adwuma yeye adwuma nana adodankwa akufu ado ene Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia aka abomu ama asoafo bedi eche aban krache fori robafo a wo mutuatua abanyumanyuma no ene mansiri ahodo ano aka abom in the last 7 to near 8 years no ye buwa kontapa ye twawo fanyiri papa e de atremo a Ghana for ebesha enoso akotoaba ede ama mampani abedieche Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia na anopai Mamemkoso enkayo se ene day 14 ena makomako edunum a Ghana mampani abedieche ene na pamfo na boafo party mpanyfo etitru a ewom ebeka the regional chairman Wontumi enso ene na boafo hono ene the middle belt coordinator Dr. Nara Ayu Afiye ebebo ntoa ewa Asante Mamuno ene toso edu nai na echira ena yebe charity kra ewo Asante Mamu enti ene se ewa asoase uwo subin uwo ishayeso na mepacho uwo mensha southwa and you're ready now the possibility bus the Mampusi train the possibility bus and so aba umportamo and ne anopay and ne away and ne anime and ne anaji mepacho His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Nabua for party for ministers MPs constituency executives and so eba aswase ene womoba mensha south ene womoba subi ene ana womoba inshaya so ene etra ana yebetwele ti kra na ebio mamina chairman Wontumi ene Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia anaimu womu dinimu mensha omumpabu akase na memfa aseda ema yenuanuma mowo setre afram place DC constituency executives electoral area coordinators police station executives any party ma empomo amunya party ma enrada munya abra ebeti ensempa His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ewo emma seche afram place addition na anopay yedamase na yebia ketem abepiem ewo berema safo tinebu akodia ensa seso ewo kumawu Ernest enim kumawu. It was beautiful. It was so traditional. Now it was patriotic. Kumawu for excellence. The party that believes in the red, white, and blue colors. You know. Oh, and then the climax of the day. Efijase Asokore constituency. Efijase Asokore Abaton Pesiaso. Dr. Nana Ayu Afiye Libra, the Middle Belt campaign coordinator for NPP's campaign 2024. I'll pay 24 guys salute Sam. Ajuma Moye, when DC, when constituency chairman, constituency executive, electoral area coordinators, police station executive, any Efijase Asokore mining na and from Anopa to Anajua, you call trouble so back Esabedu. She said the whole constituency was alive for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Na a dumb actually a dumb ebesia ye ewa Efijase park neso enra Anajo. Bashaba, if you have some of the videos, maybe and there was a shot and no me shot numbers here and no numbers it was crazy, it was amazing, it was awesome. Just it was fantastic. Everything was on point. Nana, are you a free and pay your bow about so papa? Yes, what you say? What boy afofra amoma yomudie Nana also so one kasa wo de no. You know how to do it. A baby your imagination and what we were even thinking. Na HSA Asantemai are ready. The region is ready. The region is ready. The region is ready. And it's a one-touch visit. Me say our Asante region, our Ghana ha. Now if in the last 3 weeks or so, Eba say uno science no unya nyaswa unya resemu uno say ampa. Election 2024 has been won by the new patriotic party with a decisive majority. Now ebia pa na won pese obehunu anasa eyebo apayo adwuma na nado danko akufado aye se mampani adwuma danko Mahmoud Bawumia aye se mampani abedietie ene campaigner party ne esese ene toaboa ye de nambuno. Me say the new patriotic party has already won the 7th December elections, and we have won decisively with a decisive majority. Now, I'm saying person timbe ya de. Now, I'm saying person you know akotra say na yakaya dia sa share dem from ntino. We want to work our hearts out until the last ballot is counted, declared and made Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the President of the Republic. Enti anopai se wu premonto so a atade na red and white no fashe atade na red, white and blue no fashe uduku no fabo oti o flag no fasu kaso fabi ba wonsa fabi acheche ho ade bia ahofade bia wa red, white and blue colors. Eye enyina ho anasa hyenso de enyema osoro kokoko amanyuko no anasa NPP no fire ho ubio ubayo pempa shase eyis white duku fita faboti duku fita fabonsa shatade white na him na shase de yankopon ase se won Ghana ho ban efise adwumaden Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebeye no the Ghana betum rika akoyediem the Ghana betum pon the Ghana beko from yem the Ghana ebe pega akoye amaya kese no etipan na anopai de ekanyina ne say o wa santeman mu a efin na akopem 7 December NDC for amamboye foi NDC for with foi NDC foi wo mo de the monshare say asanteman empunto ba chaka chino wo mo me shasa kansam abonipa huru. Let me give you this assurance. Baby ameti enyama mu huru ani de mete ani de nim sam perifodi egu akwamu no anoma abampo awon ntechima ewa asanteman mu bibia ni wo besi ewa asanteman mu obi aba sorry on 7 December anante afirifie minimum asore damu baby obia akoto aba asai akodufie wabra sabi kokoni wakra ontibi enti deliberately NDC for ba shase e okromanum aboni pahu akasa radio so enra se abrante ya wono onim ne nti Joseph Yami ma wo so akwagina Facebook and what tio and a water say oh no why you say go kosoja no ade okoso pa ye tuo they are going to continue doing these things. The omo bi anyina ale say omo de bobo ni pahunu e so omo ni say asanteman be pie akotwaba na omo ni say bodo do na so ba toaba kese e de man Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e so na bi mu da ho e so ni so no no aso e so onidi atam odi ahobase ahofama akomapa adwumaden ni dieni obuo ana be som Ghana man na bi aso asanteman so aso yewura so anu nti endis for ba shase ebe boni pawuno umma kasa chese e boni pawuno e radio so TV so no mo de kai na mo be video no mo share on social media ase bibi ebe si e wasantemanu. I am giving you a 101% assurance say there be nim say chama Wontumi aye, there be nim say police for aye, there be nim say soldier for aye, there be nim say Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo aye as commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Titiu asantemanu me say anumampo ewo entechema na kambese edu nipa so enti mo bia na bibia mo ne hu mo bia so bibia nipa be pie wa asantemanu akoto aba asa abefie akodina ho am ya kenkan e declare e de ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obi a won techema me say ka time po empire enti se o machada se o mbe woro nipa ana se o mbe kikansem bi ama ase ewiemu aye ho ewiemu ayese na titu asantemanu nipa bi edi so enihu akaso mu mpie nkoto aba no me se anopai asante eye akọ ene ekoye ene o se titimo agema prempanum opoku anum twitienom berimanum and so this is our time to go for this political war and save Ashanti's heritage and preserve the credibility, the dignity I am paid for and so ever. We have to go to this political war and save the businessmen and women, the business community in this region. We are going to a political war to save the massive infrastructure development. And Nyama kesa Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ayeno and was say yakoto aba yakwa ko ewa batom and the boss anyama no ho ban. Yana na do asha ase no and was say ba ho ban e ma Dr. Bawumia bawie. The Dr. Bawumia no ngalo so asha yemmo say obesha ase no and was say yato aba e ba ho ban e ma no besha ase ewie. Na the JA Kufo, the PLJ Kufo Papa, and I salute you. You are revered, we are loved, and we love you. You best some company say, in fear, tell them coupon and Casabatos are from. Yet, you don't want where yet, you boo, yet, you don't, yet, no, so over one pa, Papa, that you say. Na asantemanu koso a chere so ye wu so ye nipa keke ye wu so ye nyame na ote asase so eno woni yewra santoko tokohire. And so we are going to defend you and we are going to love you beyond borders to be able to make a beka bia nemo senamo ntine mbesha asese me kanasia. The end is a former day and your mother way. I shall say, aye. I mean, names are granted delay. Jamahama special aids or Kahono. The Oma shall say, no, Mrs. Owa Santamemua, and maybe BS who cry say on 7 December over Twaba Ayama, the new patriotic party. Not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any MP before, other protected Ashanti's interest. NPP de eba Ghana nyina na mom NDC de oba deliberately ordinary asanteman so say obrayase businessmen and women enyuma wa asanteman mu empuntinuma wa asanteman mu no NDC for ba abamu a wo mu sheda eduomani esisu to mo say wo mu brotherse na mom the new patriotic party comes to power and then it is for Ghana nyina na mom ye de who say yen so for so kese because say this year and come do how amane and ya nintebuo atanye ana be asanteman. And so ati Bible sumidi ana maka radio ni TV so say o wa asanteman mu a and for say aya abato keke ana yakwa akoto e bia me shan say me kala mo ntiase e bia me shan say me kala mo for say aya amanyesam me say some make am for say bia abato ana aduru ho ana me kasa tente aba na enne se mo hwe mante ya sabe omo obra no mu no ka pre na wo motuma nya kokodro di mampani kofo atam edi sabe ni wheelchair mu awate tell mpoa di na tam. If you don't know, if you don't get these things right, tell me. So obi raise a hand, a finger po. Our mampani kofo so a ya santeman na and odre sa kale. So obi pega ne nsa e wo yewra santeko to kwanyere so a ya sikajo kofi and ya santeman na and odre sa kale. How many days any Jamahama onte Asiedu ketia onte Samija mfimu omonte Edia bayi eno maba bonte abeka fa ho tie trick ni dentia Jamahama ma sa amrante ekoye sa no eni omonwu se NPP party no Nana Danko Akufo-Addo abesi deje Akufo ye so sa ono de oba aban no wanye mantamu ni mu no ngo for capitation amato asanteman so sa ode bra asanteman ase ode hia ase amayewu namo mampani Akufo ye adwuma kese e voter region northern region any oti region Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ba ye wa beye ne pepepe enti enei NPP for the vote kese e voter region oti region enti yan suma abrantie mante no mu going to president Akufo-Addo ne so mu going to president Akufo-Addo a asanteman se asore akasa e voter region for e di president Akufo-Addo enti eso ho di o matam na akwanya e banta between asante and voter another from mantemu and then they are not end this for capitalizing on it Emma voter region for two about the time no on the beto betai Munteni hey Delano oye nipa baako a ofi voter region enye voter region for nyina na eso wan so ma esa ade no wey eye purely politics eye ndisi for eye sese na ti eye ndisi for eye sese na ti sa omaya sa ade no na ye mabro e wa santema mi ebufu ni so se kasa e de teni pe wo voter region and this for us akosho mo chaga ze mo hunu se ka so mo mpomasem mo nkoto bentia mu we will deal with the law as an NDC agent an NDC assign an NDC ally me say eye John Mahama anya Asiedu nketiamo ane bo amrante ne pa se omu medi president Akufo-Addo aye omu ne kwase Kevin Taylor ane Jonas Mochi ane omu di yewra otufo atema for so many months omu nkahwe na se owa asanteman mu na ocharesi sikedo kofi owa asanteman mu na ocharesi yewra je Akufo a de ubetuma ye ene se obama wofu ade bia the red white black and green colors no ebata ho me se oya asante de hye se wufri ha na wote ha na wonya asante so mfaso a na owura yewra otufo education foundation se wonya so mfaso ene ma papa hye ye asumdwe a yewra de ba Ghana mam no se wonya so mfaso a and we say ubufu you have to be angry enough and vote against the NDC on 7 December me say ka say eye a war osa ana santeman akọ ana MPP na edi eni bi akosa no na mo ntiase now you see the man say na betre panatrase na busa wo say enempo omuni aban mu ene omuye wei na se akotoba na John Mahama ene se rinketenya tumia akwan bai ene omuni yewra asantehre ene je Akufo-Addo faso akwan bai ene omuni Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ene chema Wontumi no ebe faso ene omuni tumi o ba omso omu court Supreme Court kasa omu mfa ho se de John Mahama kan no omu ntobia Mese gagane foko tuwa ba de memo tumi ashe wansa take a minute and think about this. Say Ghana by say, never no by business is a once and to memu, a quite bad of the Befaso. And you might say, and now the Grand Fado, Asha say, agenda 111. 1-153 acquiring so I'm interchange Buankra inland port and near Akekano acquiring by no money Befaso Omba to aso Omobaye and now some ho. Think about these things and then let's detach ourselves from our personal interest, our difference that we have with our brothers and sisters. Politically the boni de obi ya o ye nyina to na me say asantemanti yura say to be onti yura je ko fonti yankwato ba on 7 December na yan fan protect our legacy and asanteman's heritage because and somebody wo honoma about my entertainment kind of radio so. Now, if you have a gist of what the NDC is planning, in the unlikely event that they get political power, and the mobile side was and to my swap, and can we show everybody how did you work? We share this agreement and now do near Bintam. We share party Penidia Kobus and the Sika when you're out, and as our friend of force are one fat, and as we are getting kitty, and as a placement that will primer bar, and the important Jews can or and can we just say man getting no one can't tell us 7 December won't trouble and now say what I tell my NDC simple but the net I shall say cause of radio TV so no it gives you an appreciation of as someone may say asante mai oko na oko yeko and they just asante mai punto and they see and okwa yeko and they just asante mai and they see and okwa yeko and they just mabuna Dr. Mahmoud Obiasa wombo so 1 million of them digital skills free I don't remember now what was I said to say and the difference asante mai mu. And so this morning, young me check us attentive ya. Bashaba, mamintie emrante mielu asamwa omatibenya kukodro omani mo moja omunso omumwade no makafa je ekufo. Na se wotia santemaimu a na je ekufo the health insurance buy. Free maternal care buy. Kufo emergency center wo Konfanachi. Or the FKIB and what Ghana Mramu now so Abayaba Abayko Mampeni Kofo and the best Mukina Sagana Mrakadia free compulsory universal basic education made the baba. Tis a Mampeni Kofo Mamu Benya Babueno. So we are some for so directly or indirectly. This are branch away to dinner time. No one manana or bufu. One man so. No one got trouble in NDC. Me say hey, atamu dano. Enyambra boy ya bo tsokonkoni aso da mon samonkwa ana yangogo obi atawo hu. Adie biara yeye ana mo bia yetuo asem bia yeka whatever we didn't do. Yerebu wakunta. Enti ya manyom sankwa yeye no, ya boto kra no, osuro bebu yakunta wo hu. Enti adia amante aye edietia wafakofi jaye kofo omaye edietia santimaira atania wo mu dino look at Nana Dankwa for this age and how he's working so Obama Ghana etumpon mante etimi twele da perfume on the pocket of menimre so wa mana anya obufu so wa man we man so na won ko to bentia NDC a me say nyankopo de bu atai wo ho because nyamesompa endo twere oni bio nyamesompa endo odwe nyanka ho nyamesompa endo odwe nyisia ene ekurafo. The new protected party amoniko actually say whenever Ghanaians give them the mandate and they form government and so say ya o de ba no eye mobrowa oni bie visia nyanka ekunafo ehiafo mobrofo ana wo yen seseye ema no so won so ejena se wo kotoba eche no tabawmia e kire se wo mpese obi baba abadu nyanka awisia akurafo ene mobro woni ehiafo ho na se wanya ama wo mu no dachi bi oso beka se wanya ama ono awrade ejano pai mesesa otemenka maubufu NDC maubufu do mahama maubufu Asiedu nkatia efso no mesesa mrante na chia omuya de omuyi afa ba shama minti yenko timra ne meto aso e bia na wonte da
ukojina platform so campaign ma MPP e wo Greater Accra enakwa oti wiche mu a ye peja once no kwa kwatena WC so agya wonan no ne wi asase so obegu wiche mu no still wo campaign ma MPP enani ngwase we ka santema onka ho asem okoka kire parliament ekoka kire Bible say o ma MPP by majority because eno na ya de ehia wo Kofo is telling Ghana for say Baumia is the man of the moment Baumia ehu hia esina santema asemme no tumfo ka kire santefo wasemu mama santi sem ehia mo enya sana ohene ka kire mo tiame Kofo so ba wada we de kire say asante sem ehia Kofo tiame bako se ka ti obi agimi anya akwankwa na agimi o se bie ye wo bakwasia so nyini se de ba nyansafo nyini be penyinya nyansafo no sana bakwasia so nyini
santememu a utie emrante yinsem yi me sure pass say want to Ghana ha utie emrante yinsem yi and then ask yourself who be say wo say enne awo opposition owo ni tumi mponi o me say ya tra santememu ha ama obi koto wache ho o se odilize obi obesan ho o twitwe won so wache ho when the NDC was in power wache ho e was stadium ha o se odi wache life o koto wache obi aba beto no we san ho oni ne kasa no mo yi anu anu twitwe you see enema senka Ghana for young for so koto ba ma NDC a omudebe from okrom hanum no some of you have no idea na me say eyenema aboman ejebi o wa yentumi nkan radio so just look at this hey Nigeria go for krampo no sabi una unso no adwuma wo be ye be de ni fie duro nyansa edanitrim adwuma edanitrim okasa nanu ekọ fie the bia the nipa mpem edini fi akoni abasa unsuo of akofi and then you can use this words boldly and then there is arrangement with some media houses so the bra you trust time momo you be mo beka okay we ani akase patao kwasi asem say na jomama kwa mutu akase mo yafa do Domahama ono mo do ni manzo otu no pako tete kama man o mo de da rough rough o do aka so mo yafa no ho me say o was antimemo atiwe the NDC should be ready ye be sore 7 December akoto aba obi a ho ntechima na mom ide there na no ma hu say na nakwasi ene na o propose no ye hu for pa Kofi Boakye no better Santiago churches come and send for and you have to me di commander 1 honey Kofi Boakye ono na NDC for and the buy Santiago so dom Kofi Boakye me say 7 December obi abo sori akoto aba anante abafie aboto no kenkan eduwa obo ko jira me akenkan anoma bampo ni kokomotimpo ho ntechima enti obi anyi hu eni so mfini mu efi na ekoi NDC for be shada boni pohu e wa santimemu say na be ya omde be suppress a vote nipa mpie nkoto ba me say bibia ensi de binim za chema Wontumi no maye de binim za post for aye yes we admit we know so post for me one more omuni e dia go they are playing games with us I see they are with us but they are not with us they are not for us we know the regional police command we know what is going on there yenim state institutions yenim ene omomo plan secretary omu kodum light ho no matter that plant NDC for no ante mabawa akwese the for the bufo amama to about MPP we know we mo mobile say task force form amo mo teche driver for task force we know post for message say dey akwa ho we know and can you do dundum yanim but me say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's election and his presidency will again go against all odds. Something that you cannot think, you cannot fathom, you cannot understand. And the best thing about penny, no matter what happens. If you say, oh, Akumapa, or Abrasia, or Bo, or Nyansa, or Nimdia, or Wakukodro, or Gilagana ho. And so, Nyankupo and the Ghana for Nini Bonenso and Chusuja Mahama ahead of Dr. Bawumia. No way. Bishop Amaminti voice review. Yankoti.
Bakwasia sunyini. Enti sa wo so ya santini na pempuntuo ya se de opra de akwa asante kotoko no yenya na bro ena wo ti asempo ntimi nya hwe wo betina so asem president ko for 8 years ade a wotimi ye konfa no che akoye accident ward na ko foko
funkwa boko nsam funkwa la boko wa fa America sem nkyere president ko for
na fa me ko parliament
da bi menka sem nkyere president ko for ondi ni lame Menyan kwa betie menya kwala wo na ka say some 30-year-old boy came and sat on TV. No, I'm not a small boy. But let's tell President Kufuor say me didn't huni. I expect him to also on the lame. Na memu ko na memu obebu wo Ghana ye nyine hu true car.
Let's do the right thing.
Ono ene ba ya ye sidi. Otumi yi 40 sifiri ho. What kind of economic city no ye 20,000 no ye 40 zeros na ye asa ye 2 na sika na ye hata ene waka ko trefie oba be sikani ene Nyankopon se boni obedi ye ti waka chair free chair mu na oto untina wodi
no dala with all due respect.
I did respect.
No dey mislo.
I did respect.
Reach mu dey ni dey mislo. Please you free ho.
Me you dey free.
Reach mu dey no. Yeah, you want to
on judge okika kanu na ebufu ati
about we enne all due respect.
President Kufuor na me if you enne President Kufuor oh jama me giremo
dala
and baby if you said boni
my chair ni dey you on enko yenu
and unti pastor no preach him say yen bisa President Kufuor say boni odi yen waka ayenu odi waka preach him
pastor bele kan say
oh trending video go and check Facebook o preach what is central
we say John Mahama kura ni nyansa I also timi tsena dwene fa Ghana ho ese dun ketempo ni nyansa I also chira dwene fa Ghana ho je Kufuor entimi enchira dwene fa Ghana ho je Kufuor ntimi nkabi na na dan ko ntimi nkabi NDC for muslim mpomu ni nyansa mo John Mahama wo ni nyansa wa wo de nyansa ni na so de Ghana skabato toka atama ma na ya do di na radio TV so me say o wa santememu a when say it is an attack and you will call NDC for soy o wa santemai so and two things that we revere, two things that we cherish so much and yema mienu a na me kese two for the adoma santemai a we say for na nyina ni bere e o two for any je Kufuor na san yemai mienu and then this flash that boys and true for be pa say be man branch and my boy be radio so TV so e di o matem o mu ria mo so mo nchensan e deliberate and pay me say boy dey go kon ba so minye say the 7 December elections is a political war and asantemai echo na MPP and the edi di akọ no say na won tiase a and me sure so be tiase yi and so it is not about your interest. It is not about your personal satisfaction. There be any day you shall man who a ya santemai see a beja santemai so ya beji Ghana so na entima I benefited from it say pa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia deba. If I ask you say can you ba ko pa John Mahama akase enne Ghana ye how ni amani enemu no e no deba aba solve sa problem na unim aya tenie aya mpotwa na santemai kra de enkesa nya muda biu abusuakuo nyina nipakuo bia esumu bia obi ati santemai mu freely esuri nyina no so nipani na me say wo santemai mu a say fidie na NDC for esum ye no e mane nyiu say wo ye MPP ni a say fidie na NDC for esum ye no e mane nyiu enfa abrante enkwasi asema wo die no ango kasa entia enipa o mete from mantem na so timantemu da bi o manya he enye o mena soma no ayen this for na esum yefidie say yama wongoka na asantima buru so sore so mo be kasa etia enipa free from mantem a and this for asa question mo say mo hu so mo mpam asem mo ngoto bente omu ye ni omu ni asem ye ni omu nya he. We would deal with them and the likes, you know, as allies of NDC and purely politics. And so, Santa Memua, the Ubetina say on 7 December, rise up early in the morning, go to the polls, pick up a ballot paper, both presidential and parliamentary. The new patriotic party, and it's just simple. If it's a idea I want to be moti, and I said, I'm not to me, Massa Uncle for ya, I'm a boy for ya. Oh, Mamma, see, I was Santa Memu. Papa for, baby, I will be, I will love you. You're a Santoko to Kohina, baby, I will be, I will love you. We cherish you. Now, your boko swell some more. You won't boil some and boba some more. Because we know what we have benefited from you, from your leadership, from your vision, from your hard work, your tenacity. Now, I saw any folk them. And the prime minister Razak de Poku, Eofiaha. Or no, and I'm in a bonko, my uncle will be transferred baby. Now, Aswase Subin Mensha South, and I share so, and the possibility bus, no, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, and in the team. And so Edira, and a beternity cry. Afano North, Afano South East, Afano South West, Yaminia, Kwame, Dapa, Mankranso, and the Jama, and the Tepa, and the China, Ediba Kubi. After 19 days, Number Kumaku Dunkuno may say the new patriotic party has won the elections spiritually, physically, religiously, traditionally, politically. We have won the elections. Enti kamakuma to yem na enije biya ewo manim pie upie mountain so a the red, white and blue colors no fire ho na fa pie na Dr. Baumia ba be buma mama na ye fe me say amamu enimdifo penifo kese think of aman so ebeba Ghana abehwe yeyeye ewa hanom Fokumachi.
You saw him about
an all sorry. Wanko.
Oh, and not Wanko. McCoy.
One question.
Oh,
as a rock, sorry.
Patrol day.
Look at them so we die.
Minya McCoy numre. Ah, the course of the numre.
Course of the Branqua. Just be a cramp. Now, what got an uncle? Yabu for him, that's it. Dr. Razak Kojo Opoku. Dr. Razak Kojo Opoku. Dr. Razak Kojo Opoku is my guest this morning, and he's the guest of our listeners and our viewers.
Yes.
Now, he didn't come up. Atumako Florida and Wufri.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Name da.
Razak Kojo Opoku.
Name da.
Yes. He's a member of the Ashanti Regional Campaign Team.
Yeah.
He writes, and this morning you hear from him. We say Wontumi Ekasasu. And so he's my guest this morning.
Okay.
Great.
Now, sir, Krobia no man biano. You only pay wa. Yen kano.
Okay.
Na and yen this if wako kamako kan yen kan. Obia no mo hubio. Yen kwenim. President Chako, I don't need the person. I'm a pay, and you're a pay, and you saw the other pay. I could pay me right now. And only a pause, papa. Now, Exodus Moringa castles, and Exodus Dandelion castles. I don't need a Brian Lum. Now, I'm my immune system support. Now, to Yadia, pressure Sibetu. Diabetes asibetu ya die bia be dware monya hode atumi agina onaso eno nti ya kan from us ko be bia to bibidro na kwa dey bisa le pebito na emwa o so ana ya kan from wo say ebia na person ne Dr. Bon komo dia no frɛ no 0544 447033 0544 447033 ana 0537 456665 0537 456665 Wontumi Aintasem ya de bro ko se da bia nyumre no nakosi no so awasem afisem adwuma mu nsensem abusua mu nsensem ana se obi na asisi wo na wi akamafo
dekeke enwa na dekeke
wow
enwa ho se sisi ana ya na man ni bia san ko to aware emema ni bin so abon ware ko to aware da enwa yenya bre pensem mu de na de wrem
enti ya no abomodia sawo sa hawo ni bia no afa producer so 0539 022 357 0539 022 357 ana 0533 811 512 0533 811 512 Gusto Mesa if you dey do tatahwe wonya bi na anoma so you fru na esanfo wo say eye osan wonya anaso fru na ekapu ebetumi abo
aseche then surplus mixture so eye medo tatahwe eno enene eba ye nature medics na dawroma ama ema na nka eboso me ba beso a na nka yensu no egu jebesa se wa ya se bewe wa obi su de ne se de nyankropon ye no ebo se enefua mako enso ebese kogo no obi de su bubu toto obi de abadakro enefua mienu moja no aka na hefa ene ekwa kogo meso plus mixture ba ye sa ne mani nyina etwem se twem kabia etu ye oba na se nkopa bia na wo ye aka chire ena fei Prostate plus mixture and also a do tatahwe prostrate yare no ya say and I say bia no pe wutie me na wo de no Joshua dewa just a watchem den ansa na ba emema chim enye modwuma enje sesate bia no bi ene wakomu a kwana ko pe prostate plus mixture na yi ni nyina efefiro obi su de no Joshua no bebo na so kitwa bi na ba de aka nyina na akem onamo na so sa eno so nya homka prostate plus mixture be isa na ma nyina e de firo e bia na no professor ne doctor ebon koma doctor say akonya no wo say friend no ewo
0248 778899 0248 778899 Electromat. Yes, when you bring my home, you cut up pencil now. And my papa no say smart machines no. And I said, yeah, so we be a wope mobile phone, wope laptop, wope washing machine, wope TV, fridge. Now they are the brand be a wope no. But what they say about Electromat? When you money your papa na no for woman to say 60%. And to kono kokoto bi womechi akwa no wasokwa ya asokwa unyedura sokwa pe top martins abrosani mu no wan wo no ewo ahonyo na ba to so ho kwa obenya mu ho my Ghana afore na so no bi no sa wo voucher bia so kokoto ne ma mutimi hwe wa no matibia ma wo mtiba ma wa wo betimi dia yi ne ma bia ne bo esum kanisika 50 million yes fa kofie free branya imo wa chede do enti tutumika ne kotobi koto ne ma nyina wo betimi wo support mu anasa be from ewo 0552 777905 0552 777905 Ruta natural products. I was for our player can for surgery at the amount. Edia na wo share na wute na malaria yare na wakotibia. Edro na wo de kwenchi e Ruta mixture. Na Ruta to de keneso ba ohuru ni pedue ni mu typhoid yare etu asieche. Ruta live ne so bia eye. Efi ni kekawa bia eni traka e wo ni pedue ni mu no. We ni edro a e ohuru mu na yi ni nyina e de fi ho. Amojo na so brane. Baby biara ye to adro bia akopɛ ndomi esa we bia on sabetimi aka bi anafre 0244 485632 0244 485632 National Lottery Authority and di to just say won ma bie kwan wato wa pese wo operate lotto no bra na be register for kwan paso fa ya adwuma wo so our license no so no bra na so say wu no so bra be register na the chance 2024 2025 no and wo ma bie kwan dia to no so ma me register na say registration and the pet na yeso obe operate dia anya oboa we ma bie e dey ato 1st November ya de kwa nti om de kwa kosi 29 for nti ko register na so timi operate we betima ko district and regional office and asan client na kwa register na we timi operate kwampaso na ebia na opesa wo ne mpedifo di nkomo National Lottery Authority a no abomode afro mu ewo 0266087966 and afi 0266087946 Kivo 4-in-1.
Yeah, no.
I gotta see you cut your head and cut your wall. So baby, I am rich and you're a portrait. Oh, heavy. I'm going to 4 also a heavy. Imulate Herbal Supplement. Apostle Dr. Safo Kantanka,
the African Star.
Kantanka, we am feeding no. My God, addition. Say what dear dress from Kubia. And was what attaché. Yes, a doctor because so kumpa when you be no ma ebeboa ya dia ye modi wo bedwam no sa edrowi onuma etu asem aboa na ye ka ho asem bebre kokko no be yi adanse okọ ba bia eto bidro bia se ubenya bi kolinak de ubetu no be so puo e ho nom e Ashtown Apostle Safo Kantanka number ni ubetumi afre no wo 0535112873 0535112873 ana 0303966429 0303966429 Dawo ka tawo be just na no pay ni tin ko ni sisi ni ko to na beti na bacho na bakọ na naposo ana ye de bre ye tiefo ene ahwefo yen oba ha ye twene ti aye ka no OBD ni akira se obia bedidi ame peche
daily graphic
Kurimi do wakata no ana da hono pai
na da hono
Oheneba
Yes, Yankoi. Daily graphic. Majority to vote on policies. Voters prioritize manifestos in graphic pool. And these are some of the things that end this from Besumbet. Some bunny pebi pass at 10 years. Make us a teaching procha. Dr. Baumia say at the top on top on
Debbie.
All right,
okay, daily graphic the boka tanama nia obebona no page say my God this year do no ni o be gina so de ato aba ne say wo hyehyɛ pa ha nti o manifesto no hyehyɛ papa be ne wo mu a obetumi dia bo wo men chichire ne nkankro e na dodo no be gina so de esi gina ye nti wansam e wo honom ana police force yesti uko east region e po mantemu east region no yes e jansam ketro wo mu ebie police for try be miensa aka ho bi e wansam e wo honom ana ya ka kire America mpelifo wo ambassador na wo Ghana ha no me panadam for what wa ka kire be ko hu do ni na say asumdua pam no Monsai what's
Mommy some our daily guide de obokrata ne so emoi na anope daily guide so ba ya esoro hono pe na IGP e de atodwa wo chem se December bosome a ne da to so abato mamu ni nyina ye kwa akoto na ye ye mra hyebedwafo ene o mampani no e be ya sundue pa Ena Ghana mampelina da jonodi ewoje kunkofo so anope papa kasa fa hono de ya no be ye ya no pay wo se abato na ye ba beto no to Emma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na asewa no mo so na usane ba yesi na anu ada kumewu Dr. Mahmoud Baumia duro kire seti na mufo obia to de chia anope ewokrata pa so
I am very happy how NSN has held the constituency together.
So the broadcast has been in intent pa. It's yes drip. Entra e papa be try na black one so no no I suppose no the twatchi ne pieto atwanwa anope krata fa to so miensan so e de bon ho amane e wo daily guide de obokrata animu
ani yanko bo so sem de obokrata chronicle mwe Oro so no pe wa ba ne wode aba betudwa eni chronicle man pani na da jana kum kofo na dia to man Ghana hye nyina nim say Ghana for madama
Ghanaians to vote for Bawumia
sanya nka ba trauma papa kofo no wo say nka no na gina nka ba trauma no fa sa akotoma Dr. Bawumia number 1
na mo nka ho say
yedi besi so
me kan wo bi ko ye interview yedi so ba mo ni me fan so
yedi besi so
ye be wo ha na me ka se bi aka ba se wo
mo ni me fan so for me say
yedi besi so ado pe kwa yedi obo ka ado pe ado mo mo replace ado pe yedi obo ka se don't worry so ba ti ma ko ko okasa ya che na enkon kasa na mo ma ya se bi ya panti ana Oheneba na Asiedu the programs manager of Wontumi multimedia and other senior journalists aka ekoye nipa na yepe
yetim na yefe yetim no yefe yetim otokala kokos kwame duka
senior kwame duka Kwame Temple something
and my good self.
Yes, I know. Anybody na Asiedu. Yes, we didn't want to do.
Me catch up papa ko for say me febu akwa. O sin trant oni e den no.
So I got some catch on me aje pa. Say na me hwedi. Mo kwa de mante. Na mu Baby, sir, me kase eno an me hu ye.
Said the refugees for esi aba no. So about so one kran. Yeah, the amount of position you could take. And I about night we have a all thanks to Chairman Wontumi.
Oh yes.
Chairman Wontumi.
Na me na so ni peyi. Na me na so ni peyi.
Chairman, na me koso anya ne kese. Na me koso anya ne kese. Ana wo sare ba se amam pani na adan kokufu ado. Education ministry no. Was had ye mafofro.
Na me adma Thursday. Dr. Yao Osei Educhu ebe hand over 80 projects.
Okay.
Suku adan eni adan a ebuama ngumu sua tumpom akoma okodu ochi a ye dia so abofom asase asi awie aye ready say nkwala betimi atoma sua de anasa cheche for betimi use dia tren nkwala de akoma ko eduochi 80. Wow, 80. 1 2 3 4 5 6. The papa ya Osei Educhu. Anamutu wotu.
Wow.
It looks as if he's winning the election for us within the media space. And come on, we be yema wa ye wa fabre bohu de run.
There be on media nko.
Yes.
Youth ni na da.
Of course.
Youth no. And asofo no so
appeals to the Christian.
Wow.
Na la do people for makase udili mampani we no kotine fia and a Ghana for be fene pa historically been sida say aban bi na we say for na kwa menti bi do say aban bi say at a go we see hospital 111.
Wow.
Na aban bi say what trans a day 80 educational projects obe pa hontuma. Hey,
now we say by 4 years time Ghana for be den yamia say ye ma Dr. Bawumia e be to a
na dia na odi bidi papa yatem bidi mampani ko atem yankoi
na busiafo enie o say ya say de na anya ya nya ofaye wo mu di papa ko fo atem ka say wo wie go da kogu he ni ade e ma Ghana fo o mu de da Ghana fo bi mo mu de to abeti NPP no eno che ni ehun se wo mu boa afa wo no sa hyase afa wo no ye no Ghana fo mo ma nya mo ya se wo no ye papa kofo sa ya se police fo na aboya no ba kire se abatuo da no abatuo breyimu no wo no ma ye krado e bambom e ho asem da ha ana ayeba ba ku bi da se ha red line ni musa no
Razak Ojo Opoku post 24 questions for JDM to answer. Our economy, and I want 24 questions. And Razak could do 24. Public libraries in Ghana have increased from 36
sector
81 to 133 in 2024.
Wow!
Till 1981, ABC 2017 now your libraries Makumako 36 and then Edu 133.
Wow!
Another than Koku for the year. Now say John Hama when you see them take a bomb and tell them about a pass on quarter of the Temua. Ghanaians will vote for some of these things, but they're not in the day.
Yanko bear part 2 no so na yanko he
yo eti abofo ya odasui Matilda Oponbonsu na ene wenya 2 years nti anopei we head master Opon Al Hassan ese o ma happy birthday papa na she abofo eti nyankopon show no mo ho by pa busuani nyina
we Allen Awo Bantama police station and a wish no happy birthday Tanya Tanya happy birthday wati nti nyankopon twedi ampon kan ho.
Alright,
nya tosi Alberta Nathaniel ewo ekrofom so wish you happy birthday Alberta nti yanko enim
Alberta kasho
Alberta
okay, boss yanko 10.
Boss boko enyim enwa yeah, that's you see there. Michelle Efia Pokia. Nti e wish you happy birthday.
You.
Root Odro Mensa. Sir Kingsley Organa 1. Also wish you happy birthday.
Right.
Yes.
Team Otokala.
Yes.
Only kwam tango tente yepe.
We're Godspeed. Good morning. Thank you.
And thanks you.
Lawyer Kofi Obri Yabua. Aswase Manav. Epacho Menshia South. A lawyer Bafo Ewa. And I say in Shire so 7 Amwa PhD. You are most na Razak and Mamatrasina. Melano and Shasie in me and come. Both for Bashaba, Mamma, the Tabamian with the back way. Now, infant Sisia, young Cosisia. All right. Tabuja 4. A trustee, you ask for it, and we have served you with it. Dr. Razak Kojo Upuku. Na I see Benjamin phone na fuku phone there. You chop it abeka say a boss anymore. Okay. Basha roll. Ana okay ene yesha se na yinin komo si akwaba
Oheneba mejo so let us say
abdum ayakwa.
I think the last time I me back
say to nyame kesi adaruma
me back for one-on-one interview
acho
Yeah, 2020 elections period, you know. And 2021 April.
2021 April.
Yeah.
3 years ni.
Yes.
Unkasa radio ni TV subiu.
Adisianko.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I make a chair a fukusu free at Chumako for the anymore.
Oh yeah. Mem hana mamete.
Good. Yeah, I want to was here.
That's what it is here. Chiano crass so shemia. Na mesa free intensely. Yes. To me at one biaja fully blood.
Fully.
Yeah.
T. Papa Kufo Emily Boom.
Pa.
I see.
Boko by any day.
Dr. Razako de Upuku
is will be traffic.
The especially point the baby something a doctor Misu Free. For those who doesn't know.
Oh, first of all, me chair Santamai, me chair MPP, Amayoko members in and all the people are Omudi, Dr. Mahmoud Baomiachi, Mone Bochi Dom Sebeya, Ghana for betterness amasi. Because as President Kufuor said clearly, we share all the aspirants now, or Mutu Franca for this year elections now. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia in terms of Onibeka and say policy propositions, in terms of any swadi hunu, any enyuma or person would digu akwemu should in case say Ghana 14 as no be president, need the any kwenu bebre eche mahama, kwenu bebre eche lanchamantin, a kwenu bebre eche Nana Kwame Bediako and the others. So clearly he has a superior policy. And the new dimension in our country, you know, now you're very competitive as compared to the advanced economy. Sebi, or more economy is driven by digital economy or digitalization. You know. The only person able to part for Abamano, now Timama Ghana, are competitive in the community of nations as far as driving an economy based on digitalization. Of course, is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. The Yababo MPP. Members in about so sympathizers and everybody. Our Matimi believe in the vision, share the vision with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and continue supporting and campaigning across the various constituencies, polling stations. Sebeya Ghana for Betiase. Now on the 7th December, Omobere Ward MPP with another mandate to do more, improve the free SHS, improve the one district one factory, which I sincerely believe by the time Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will be president after his first 4 years, better can one district one factory. Perhaps we will be talking about one district 5 factories or one district 10 factories. So Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, all the good policies that Kufuor has done, they're going to be an upgrade of those policies. But now, after 4 years under Mahmoud Baumia, we are not going to talk about one constituency, one ambulance. We are going to be discussing one constituency, about 5 or 10 ambulances. And these are all policy interventions. If given the opportunity again, after 7th December, MP will go to make sure that Ghana Besa can more as we are now. And you share discussions now here. All the propaganda, all the negative narratives are NDC for any free emu afafranto for no or futuro to Ghana for any no you better corrected that misconceptions near Ghana for and say indeed a bar amanyosem amamu any say ye chichi or maya. So many factors and also look up to. You don't have to be based on say the panel of free hair, the panel, the GD to say the panel say obetina say you have to look at so many factors. Which to me, in fact, the best candidate the MPP has ever presented is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Of course. Senior GD or President Kufuor are not coming up with a strong economic background. In your GD with another down Kufuor, our economics background, but under the first degree level. How much more NSMNO you have a difficulty with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia practically while working in the various financial and banking sector within the economic territory. Our strong background in banking at the diploma level, strong background in economics at the first degree level, which of course was first class, strong economics at the second degree level, and strong economics at the apex, the terminal level, the PhD, and I say or have a doubt in his competence. Say, obetimi then, achitro mano, na better than what his boss is even giving to us. And clearly, with the track record, to NDC over the last 8 years. Now the MPP over the last 8 years, in spite of the challenges that we have faced, we still stand tall. But you're bit as we progress.
Good. Enti Dr. Razak Kojo Opoku. And I'm going to
ask the question. Say, PA doctor, if
come oh, that's a Dr. Razak Kojo Opoku. I still see A.
Or maybe a school. May graduate 1st November.
1st November.
Yeah.
As Doctor of
PhD in marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah, but I have also a master's degree in financial economics, accounting, and finance. So I have a multidisciplinary background. Yeah.
And so you write about everything that happens within our political and economic space.
Because I have knowledge in economics. I have financial economics, masters in financial economics, MBA accounting and finance. So if I'm writing about all these, you should understand, we are not writing based out of ignorance, but based on facts, based on data, based on knowledge that we have in that particular aspect of our economy. To the knowledge is broad by the grace of God, in all humility and sincerity. Or may Christo Nimapa. Interestingly, I have masters in ministry.
Masters in ministry.
Yeah, masters of arts in ministry. May graduate November 2021. Trinity Theological Seminary, Lagos, the oldest seminary university in Ghana.
2021.
Yeah.
Master of Arts.
Yeah.
In ministry.
Yeah. See, you use the gospel. You use the Bible to discredit certain.
Do you believe in prophecy?
I believe in prophecy, but I don't rely on prophecy.
But
I mean rely on. But make sure the reason why. First of all, prophecy be a subject to change. Come she be a subject to change. And come she be a so yes or
comes with his responsibility.
Yes. When you say we're near fee, or mutie is or near fee, or mumusa or say, since or more sorry, and come shadow doa, and so for the man or do say nabba. O tea and come shadow doa say near the amawa album. Thank I want ya. But every prophecy comes with works, and every prophecy is subject to change. Never honum. So Bible.
Yeah.
Call Isaiah chapter 38.
Isaiah no cry. I see your Bible no funny.
Isaiah chapter 38.
And you better kind more.
Yeah, you dealing with the economy. The reason why Baumia is the best person to lead this country.
Okay.
So we'll go to Isaiah chapter 38, verse 1 to 6.
Isaiah no cry.
Now be so sorry. And I'm baby Isaiah.
Oh, Nabutena. Okay.
No kind of bro, we are no actually say.
Okay. See. Isaiah.
Yes, Isaiah chapter 38.
Chapter 38.
That's right.
Hey. That's Isaiah hear me. Odo de kinka bro from do you me twi na twi Bible na kasa na say hon some na bibio.
In relation to prophecy. Okay. Or say in those days Hezekiah was sick and near dead, and Isaiah the prophet went to him and said to him, thus says the Lord, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Then Hezekiah turned his face towards the wall and prayed to the Lord and said, remember now, O Lord, I pray, how I have walked before you in truth and with a loyal heart, and have done what is good in your sight. And Hezekiah wept bitterly. And the word of the Lord came to Isaiah, saying, Go and tell Hezekiah, that says the Lord, the God of David your father, I've heard your prayers. I've seen your tears. Surely I will add to your days 15 years.
Okay. 36 verse
38.
38. Okay. Verse
1 to 6.
1 to 6. I say na nomunu Hezekiah yare uyare na Amos ba odifo Isaiah ba nchen be ka kire no se Erade sini shofie nsamansie na worebewu na wonya nkwa ela Hezekiah dane na nekire osafo no na obo Erade mpa yese aw Erade kai sede manante wonim no kremu ne akoma edimu na banya de eye woni so na Hezekiah sun esukase ena Erade asem ba Isaiah nchen se kono koka kire Hezekiah se sede Erade waja David nyankopon sie ni mate wo mpaibo mahunu woni suo hwe mede mfie dunum beto wo na so na meje unu krui efri esi ahene si ahensem na mabokro yi huban
manesiwa
so up to 6 no
so osha the first instance no Isaiah the prophet and what kind of Bible like almighty prophet Elijah, Elisha, John the Baptist, okay, and any other major prophet. Isaiah is one of them, Daniel and others, any other minor prophet, a whole major prophet. I will catch Hezekiah say, or Babu, okay, until I say no, or have a counter petition to God. Don't make a case to God, and justify any case to God. The reason why I say Yankopon as a sanadrin. Some will be to Marshall comes to MPP Belusu. What is the metro? You can say because Yamena catch him, which is Abia Yamena catch and say Yampa. But MPP as a party, you bet me, I justify our case before God. You bet me, I check him before God. Say, before 2016, not do so a gum. Enyumafo adwuma nurses and teacher trainees allowances are mahama etwetwam or semfa so ni so enkora sabi omu wie JHS mawofo mo enibi entino omuntimi nto school so I have about millions of people on the street. Mahama see entwetwe 20 years and son yetima amasa ankra na ko school. Now the 20 years e ka sa akra ni fie hu abra na we JSS school 50 years I know was saying
35
ombro SSO
yeah
so abroso mama si yeniska yentimi nseska say ye be secure enkwala ne daache Oheneba what you say
yeah
yentwen after 20 years MPP buy. In fact, a mama cry ran over 300 advert against the free SHS policy. But God, when you gave us the opportunity in 2016, the bar 2017, and I must stay on record, a Kufuor government is the only government in our history under the Fourth Republic. The first term in office, where Timmy really are the major policies or promises the good people of Ghana. Most at times, Omoba first term in office also with the CC and Niema. So Rawlings government take away the PNDC. Most of the achievement that Rawlings it was the second term between 1996 and 2000. Most of the achievements are His Excellency former President Kufuor achieved from after 2004 to 2008. 2001 to 2004. The Kohepe also the CCA created a foundation to roll up his policies. Mesebae also use some years to correct the errors of President Kufuor before he can do anything. to share NDC most Mahama achievement, most of them almost started in the second term from 2012 2016. Even though more than Papa Bia. Baku for Dubai, one can say my bet to a debt of 120 billion cedis. Baba beto Dumso, my bet to nurses and teacher trainees are more allowances society come. Babeto Ababunua Omarie University Munya because of IMF conditionalities. In spite of those challenges, Akufo-Addo decided said the first budget that was presented to Parliament, free SHS was captured. One district, one factory was captured. Most of the major policies Akufo-Addo has showed the good people of Ghana say, Mumma Kwenya Meyeno, one train the second term, Nina rule in the first term, and most of them were presented within the first year, the first budget of the core Parliament. Social contract on the Ghana for a signing year in 2016 or making sure that was implemented. And over 5 million Ghanaian children as we speak are school free, ebi university. Mahama time, NDC time, they never have that that support.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
You buy ambulances and never or money munina na yesen. And ambulance constituency biya ambulance. Some of them even 2. Before I remember how many districts, how many factories yes, like based on a district policy. And I'm to me yeah, but now one district, one factory be anywhere. After 8 years, how many factories and a yetimi esi abanetima boa ankwankra mo mesi across the various districts in this country, which were not in existence under the Mahama.
Yeah.
You buy a doom so and a Ghana for no 4 years, and then a power challenges about Bentise Mahama time.
Yeah.
Agenda 1 hospital. It was not under Mahama era. STEM education, we share the new school models at Educhum, Adaroma, we really up across the country. And can you JHS here? When you JHS here and you see that, you see there 4 rooms. Have you seen the new JHS school modeler under Akufo-Addo and under the leadership of Educhum Omoye for even junior high schools?
Yeah.
All these things were not under Mahama. So as a new patriotic party, it's our responsibility. Say you better argue your case. You better have a counter petition against any negative prophetic utterances against our chances as far as this year elections is concerned. The achievement at DOS. And no more be Briono Maya Mahama time ho, Mills time ho, Rollins and Kufuor time it was not there. And we have done, and we have to make that case before God and justify why we must get another mandate to continue doing the good work that we are doing. And clearly God will listen, and the Ghanaian people also will listen and renew our mandate on 7 December. So yes, a prophecy will be kaya and ubi no or exclusive ownership to God.
Nobody.
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 No one. Because Jesus Christ or say or no crank as a cronim the second coming that. And Christianity is based on Christ, right?
Yeah.
The second coming cronim died or beba. So how much more than a prophet to say authoritatively they make a final. And those prophets, are they bigger than Isaiah? In terms of ranking. But Isaiah share Hezekiah and come. But Hezekiah have a counter petition to God. It's Nyankopon. The entire any question Nyankopon kuno because we are useful and beneficial to the cause of God. Yes, soon as a catcher Nyankopon, a catcher Ghana for say, ye Timama Mama over 5 million Ghanaian children, eco school free. Mahama, a Kasemun 20 years. Ye Timmy, I restore allowances to Monkwala or more nursing and teacher training. Mahama Eden, if you came. Do so I need Guma Juma Yetima Sobe. So we have a viable strong case and our achievement is there Yamagana for who the air and then this for the air catcher air cassa trouble we when this did the they are and this yet day I will such a command a Ghana for the essay day you mudin come no yankupon say day a dinkomo no fire and to Mahama yeah the air and it do no air now one or several says I'm another mandate. And even with this prophecy, Obakaya, of First Samuel 16:1 to 13 on Samuel is also a major prophet. Yankopo catcher and say, or person replaces Saul. And the Uncle Jesse, Uncle Chusin, and Manifesto, no anointing to be a king. Okoye, as a prophet, as a major prophet, Okoye, and you David initially, and Okazo anointing. On where you see your own judgment. And then you come back as in Yankopon and catch them under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. Eka said no. Mesha Eliab and they said there was Sephatah as a king. A hona Yankopon man was no a David, me my dream a David, and then was Sephatah said there or your king. So it's also good to me you see the conventions. But the question Holy Spirit. Because you will be cried in Yankopon no be in no I catch was in Yankopon say what I say but it be a Yamia dream no Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and also your President of the Republic of Ghana and Oheneba I don't know any man of God he can go into the mind of God to know how God thinks to know God vision for the next even 1 second no man of God and a bit like I said media I know the thinking patterns of God. I know the decision-making style of God. No man of God. No man of God. So to the mention. And most of times, say since 1992, there have been 8-year cycle of change of government.
Yeah.
Look at the trend of all the prophets that are prophesying against us. Every 8 years they change their mouth. Because they know say there's a likelihood of change. And no, you don't call it prophecy, a prediction. So they have studied.
That's often do not a prediction.
Prophecy based on prevailing
previous happenings
or the patterns. Because every 8 years we are no power system. Then this year they think say there is likelihood that power word might change.
Most importantly, when a near test sima power system, it be so says,
you know the kai afa amefam which abia this time around this dispensation Nyankopon can change the atmosphere, which of course God is going to change the atmosphere because every 8 years now power system. We have not gotten the like of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And MPP, cry side. This is the first time a vice president is being presented for power.
Yeah.
And this is the first time a non-account is being presented for power on our ticket. So the dynamics are not the same. And 8 years be a power system. They should ask themselves after every 8 years, this time around, 2008 now power sign under Kufuor's government there was nothing like free SHS benefit over 5 million Ghanaian children. 2000 now power sign there was nothing like free SHS benefit over 5 million Ghanaian children. 2016 there was nothing like free SHS benefit over 5 million Ghanaian children. 2024 another 8 years 5 million Ghanaian children has benefited from a policy of free SHS, free TVET. So the dynamics are not what? The same. So what I say. And Oko Matthew chapter 3, 13 verse 17. John the Baptist, Oheneba, and then the boy Jesus. Emma having be Eka say, Yankopon ka say, we need me or so many. Ama John ka say ajenkwana ye twen onie. At the same time John the Baptist ya chi no go to prison. Wa suma na suafo na anko kanche anko Yesu we say munko busa ne say papa woni ajenkwana me bo wa suma mi hu ye na say ye ntwe foforo So there are some pastors and so and then obeka will say based on the comfort adebe chene ho chene kakra bi a osinyankopon asesa na adwen. But unfortunately time on nyankopon so communicate na me no ye there. And that's why you have every right as a children of God to go back to God and argue our case before him. The reason why I suffer to be given another mandate. And another argument you know afafranto make a leader or see and man because or a Christ-like leader. Who is a Christ-like leader? The Odi Jesus se modomia mobedi ma asemoso. Eboa. Modomia, you contribute to the advancement of the gospel. Say nipa krono. How many times on Oheneba Ghana former who say who preach the gospel of Christ? And now all support to the advancement of the gospel. And then they draw about us who be say yenya day. And one thing we need to understand is say Nyankopon okwan ofa so ye ni bibia.
Yeah.
Daniel was a Jew. No a Jew ni. But a powerful politician in Babylon, current Iraq, and Persia, Iran. Iran at the time, Anka say Daniel a Jew ni on kaya ho on free ho and untiniya manenya den enye a governor in the province of Babylon. Ye appointing as a chief of the wise men. Ye appointing as the rulers of the captives of the Hebrews. Omo decide any ye den etunche. Joseph, we Jew ni Egypt at that time they were pagan worshippers. Anamebua. Egypt for Anka say Tama Joseph etimi provide a solution to them or demonstrated to them say he has the competence and the capability to solve the problems of Egypt and make Egypt a full sufficient country and a very powerful economic country at the time. Egypt for the Esomo Tonchen. Yeah, the tribe at Tonchen. But they what have a belief at the motto Joseph competence, integrity and capability to deliver for them. Ibusao Joseph be prime minister Ebua Egypt no. What means sesa Egypt for nyina mo be dane Jew for ana.
No.
Fine. Daniel a governor a Jew in the province of Iraq, Arab, and having a very powerful influence in Persian government. Iran. What means sesa Babylonia Iraq for no mo be dane Jew for ana.
No.
Okay. Queen Esther, the Diankaze Hadassah. We Jew ni, but Korea Queen, we Iran. We Timothy say Iran for you know, Momo be a Jew.
No.
And then Iran for Cassie no Queen Esther, or a Jew ni into Timothy Queen, ewe Hanamana. Was that the case? Tama Yesu Yawono, King Herod, no Penakuno. Above Swabofo was so Joseph die. A catcher on fa Mary and Yakola and Egypt to fulfill the prophecy. Say, out of Egypt I call my child. Egypt a Christopher Mayana. Moses tap the time I won. At the king at that time, or seeing Kunkunkura, they didn't throw basketing. Egypt Pharaoh ba Efano. So Moses was saved, trained and mentored in the royal household of Egypt. Egypt for me a Jew for me a Christopher.
That's interesting.
Do you understand? A compensation see Jacob ne man nyina ko Egypt. Ekope aduane. Okay? At the time Egypt for Jacob and his sons to survive, did they say so a Jew for to move your manner? And now Jacob can say no, Egypt for your pagan worshippers, so I won't go there and buy food. Anna. Oheneba?
No.
Yes. So Abraham, Abraham, on the nephew Lot, mo be wealthy, mo be rich through where Egypt. So what King Darius Dinda?
Yeah.
He was the 3rd emperor of Persia, Iran, or boy in the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem. So we know you Jew niana. Tama Solomon rebuilt the temple through timely intervention, divine direction by God. We used the service of demons in the rebuilding of the temple. Demons only Christians, so that propaganda. Na end this Edenam say, oh, Ghana ye Christopher my Timamonto about my Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, no be ye president, Ghana be dane Muslim country. That is a fallacy, because all the argument that I've raised doesn't support it. And I will show you a constitution crana, and na president debate me jinas wakase. I'm going to declare Ghana like Christian Republic of Ghana or Islamic Republic of Ghana. Ghana is a secular state because Article 1 of the 92 Constitution, the sovereignty of the country resides in the people. So until the people themselves decide, say, they will declare the country as Christian Republic or Islamic Republic or Traditional Republic, President Ben Ebitima have the audacity to say, based on my faith and convention, they change the country into a particular region. So constitutional wise, it doesn't even work. Support it. So what I say. So that propaganda that the NDC are doing, it doesn't hold water. Baby or minor drone, baby or minor person or code anymore. And yes, Oheneba free her, and I say we free her, and I will somehow now or somehow. They paid the finest brain, the clarity of vision and purpose, and superior policy. Obey my day at transforming this country, and that is what we are looking for. Not necessarily say we free her and I say we free her. What is the metron? And there are a lot of precedents. There are a lot of precedents. Most countries, they don't look at where you are coming from. Ushe Nigeria, Muslims 52%, Christians 48%. Olusegun Obasanjo was president for 8 years. Was he not a Christian? Gula Jonathan was president for 4 years. Was he not a Christian? Ufa Ivory Coast, Muslims also, they are about 42.5%, and the Christian here 39.8%. Laurent Gbagbo, who ruled the country, was he not a Christian? Henry Konan Nancy Aduye, who ruled the country, was he not a Christian in a Muslim dominant country? Ufa Senegal, their longest serving president. So I don't know what he did there. Leopold Sedar Senghor, who ruled the country from 1960 to 1980, 20 solid years. Ufa Senegal, a 97% Muslims and 2.7% Christians. So Senegal, a country made of a population of 97% Muslims and 2% Christians, Etimima elected a Christian president and governed them for 20 solid years, based on his competence, based on his track record, based on his ability to deliver. In terms of saying Senegal for a emergency or more share religion, and also more true about based on religion. Christopher do 2.7% per in a Muslim 97%. But what the religion to change, they look at the person's humility, the integrity, the competence, and then the track record and his conduct in public service. Till now, after 8 years, NDC has not been able to accuse Dr. Mahmoud Baumia of any corrupt activities. So when even your integrity assessment, John Mahama doesn't come close, nowhere near Dr. Baumia. Religion there, Janfan Twaba, Oko Lebanon, Omoye 69.3% Muslims, 30.7% Christians. But Omo President ya Nancy Ofriso, Michelle On, he was a Christian. United Kingdom here, Sunak oye Hindu meboa uko United Kingdom Hindus 2% per and Christians is 46.2%. But United Kingdom omo di so omo colonize here e grant our independence. They have shown us the best example. Say baby a ewiase akwakodu no ye nhwe se we yesum we free na we free we share the ability and the competence, the integrity and the credibility of the person, and are they then would they elect a leader? They then in the UK made up of 46.2% Christians. Omutimima a Hindu are belonging to a religious population of 2%. Ultimate Prime Minister, which is even far below the Muslim populations in Ghana. I know Oheneba meboa. So clearly, let's try Ghana for. Let's try something.
It's about what is in you, what you want to do, what you've done before.
Exactly. Yen share Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na ho brasie ne conduct or the wa bemu a normal wetima ye even without an authority under the 1992 constitution. Yen share a normal wetima ye yen fanto to Mahama when he was a vice president and even as a president. Near making a decision, and the first requirement to qualify to contest for an election in this country is to be a citizen of the country and be of 40 years, right? So religion is not part of it, ethnicity is not part of it, tribe is not part of it. And in fact, we share your constitution, we share our constitution. Article 17, 1, 2, 3. It clearly speak against discrimination. So we discriminate a citizen of Ghana based on race, religion, tribe, ethnicity, and all that. Your constitution entertainable. What did they make sure? And now offer your Bible no so a dear which I'm a Christian. Yes, you say be at peace with all men. Love your neighbor as yourself. And you must ask yourself, say, who is your neighbor? Your neighbor, ebetima ye kremuni, ebetima ye Hindu ni, ebetima ye Buddhist ni, ebetima ye bu anokrad or nyihwe ni. But you should say, love your neighbor as well.
So,
to be then I will discriminate against him. What did they make sure? So clearly, that propaganda has to be spelled out. And there also been allegations against Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say Tamoka say Oba Yi Levy Obe Ye Free NDC for say ade na wonye nene or say nyame ya adoma LGBTQ parliament are passing into law there is a contention at the Supreme Court. When given the opportunity or be signed into law NDC for say ade na wonye nene. And they talk as if, with the greatest of respect and all humility, especially their members of parliament, they talk out of ignorance. Because OSHA all acts of parliament, Real Income Tax Act 2015. 2015, Senator John Mahama is president. Alamebwa. OSHA. Or say the act it was passed by parliament, assented to by the president. All acts of parliament biano is either the president will send a bill or a private member bill, but after say you're passing into law and your president then authorize it and send it to my then I enforce it. It's not the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. And I will share your constitution now. We'll share our economic management framework under the 92 constitution. Which your fiscal policy management is directly under the president. We're working through the Minister of Finance, not the vice president. So when you read Article 179, 1 to 6, 180, 181, 182, 183, it deals with your fiscal policy management. Kwaya you be prepare budget the budget beko parliament to the cabinet, to parliament, appropriation bill, acquiring loans, disbursements of loans, expenditure and all that. It starts from Article 179 of the 1980 Constitution, 180, 181, 182, 183. It talks about our fiscal policy management framework. There's nowhere under that provision it give you any authority or power to the vice president to do anything. It's strictly under the powers and authority of the president, subject to the approval of parliament and subject to the utilization of the Minister of Finance or the implementation of the Minister of Finance. Over parliament rule almost play in our fiscal policy management framework under the 1992 Constitution. It starts from Article 174, 175, 176, 177 and 178. There's no provision in the Constitution I will give you a mandate to the vice president as far as our fiscal policy management framework is concerned under our 1992 Constitution. Until so we get 2 minutes as a president, our Constitution never empower as a president of the Republic of Ghana to manage our fiscal policy. I started from Article 179 to 183. Unless you have Asha. And Parliament, our members of Parliament are elected. They also have a role in our fiscal policy management. Also, Article 174 to 178, they also have a role there. And our monetary policy management framework say kwanya yesika sem yesidi no policy rate, interest rate, and management of our city as a country directly under the supervision of the Bank of Ghana under Article 183, 184. Oheneba, what I say? Over the management of our inflation and socio-economic data of the country is directly under the Ghana Statistical Service, empowered by Article 185 and 186.
But one will argue that
I'll come there.
Okay.
And no share the monitoring and control of resources. Say there will be no wastage in the economy. Is share Article 187, 188. Audit service, okay, and they are empowered. And the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, our under Article 187 and 188, they are supposed to make sure say the elements of correction, wasted of resources, being in financial resources, are minimized or prevented. So clearly, which provisions in our Act, as far as our fiscal policy management is concerned, are marked Article 179 to 183. Our parliaments will rule under 174 to 178. Our monetary policy Bank of Ghana is supposed to make sure say you see the Nibijina under 183, 184 supported by Parliament. Okay, Ghana's cash service will be making sure say the inflation and the socio-economic data of the country is prudently managed under Article 185, 186. Where does the Vice President comes in? He comes in as advisory person.
Where does the Vice President comes in? He comes in where there are successes, when we are good to go, and then some of us try to leverage it on say unknown why on abo modern on apija aba until say ejigura enkoye sintoba or how we ba. I think people are right to place it at his doorstep. Say it sounds like bad watching into no enkoye so dey fan show
enkoye am fan show o share your ballot paper na ya koto abana in 2016 one and that's our ballot paper no so for MPP
William Kufuor
Bonidi Edibe na was
Kufuor.
Okay, 2020 when picture
Kufuor
na ba me picture that so
no
to one year to abamano
nado
this year when picture na that so for MP
Dr. Baumia
tinyame ya adom ne wi ni power then no makoye ne nkoye ho na ese de she no
Dr. Baumia.
So what I said, what they are saying, like I was saying, Oshe and Kufuor vice president. Let me even say Atamils, from Atamils. Atamils as a vice president, he was very instrumental. Say, Tama, the VAT, he passed the VAT into law and operationalized the VAT. He was very instrumental in that aspect. Even the president, what you might the amalgamation of all the revenue agencies to the GRA in 2009. That was his role as far as our economic framework is concerned. Over Aliu Mahama, so you're not going to say, as an engineer, Obe take you upon himself to make sure on the ability discipline campaign to support the cause of President Kufuor. On the honor to do a but he must say, Mama as a vice president, a deal would timidly see the so to support his boss. None. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a vice president are only any powers under the 1992 constitution. I'm about all the articles to you. I will be a bit map a constitution to verify whether what we are saying is true and ain't true. And so she who said no, I have the drive for digitalization. I am an economist. I have studied the trajectory and the trends of the various economic nations. No more core many, no. And clearly, so you'll be a researcher. In 2016, at the time Mama president told my digital economy, digitalization, the contribution to the global GDP was $11.5 trillion. But even currently, do you know the size of the entire African economy is $3.1 trillion. But in 2016 alone, digitalization, digital economy, the contribution to global GDP was $11.5 trillion. So we economists are. You have to look at how we are competitive and how we are a progressive country. We also compete fairly on a global scale. Gently and Tonkoso and yet the same style of doing things. Though Gently so ain't free whole completely. But I say to me here normal be the advanced countries are doing it or more many. In 2022. Digital economy, digitalization, only the contribution to US economy, 4.27 trillion. Yes. In 2023, the contribution of digital economy or digitalization to the economy of China was 43%.
43%.
Yes. Enti, see a kwa China wako babosia. Yes, we didn't be the bit grow the size of our economy. MPP now it was 56.16 billion, the size of our economy. And now down Kufuor Adaroma, Yadia could drew $76.3 billion. Didn't be the bit feather grow your economy, no. Amana blow the current size of 76.3 billion. China now Kobono Obosiano. Or no, the contribution of digital economy or digitalization to the economy of 43%. US now Kohako Bosiano. In 2022 alone, digitalization of digital economy to his country total GDP was 4.27 trillion. But what here sadly, John Mama is saying said digitalization for so be any so. Adena Mama enka economy no can digitalization. Ayara Hose, what is the difference between digitalization and economy?
Now me bisa papa ko for the same question.
Open school okay anyway.
Ni nya no say me ni hunti na ye ebre no. O say na eni ho no. Yent me meet the timer the world no was moving to the digital space no. E hunti na magana ye ebre no.
Of course, because now a bag of cocoa ASM
3,100 Ghana cedis.
Apple phone ASM
16 no motor say. Man say we rather 20,000.
20,000. It will be bar office, will be bar studio. Apple phone da. Bag of cocoa da. The end enemy, you know. Kabefa. If you are into business and you want to make profit, Kabefa there.
So they me to me nyese kese mefa.
Befa Apple phone.
Yeah.
Apple phone the DNA. Yeah, the John Mama It's not based on technology economics. It's not based on digitalization. It's not a digital economy. Recently, on Facebook etiquette, how do you feel? How do businesses or more use digital marketing? How do they feel?
Especially WhatsApp.
And WhatsApp. Yeah, now moye juma moye business. No. So WhatsApp etiquette. My business no. A sofa and sofa.
And your business improves like as a lifestyle.
Yeah,
you are missing something.
To your mama back say digitalization and your economy are not best what the economics in the create production and distribution of resources. That's the economy. Basic definition. Production and distributing it. Say we get it to the end user. And I'm at the micro level, a micro level. The micro is the individual. The macro level is a country. What you say? The economics, you know, if Belmia is talking about digitalization, it's not the same as economy. Because so your business now we know we use social media platforms, we use digital marketing. Say by your businesses no ebe konkan ebe kwem na benya sika more. Is it not the same aspect of economy? So all the various streaming platforms and offer Dr. Likey any more skate video skate no more show on YouTube. Uniska self-employment a changing their lives.
Abeku Santana disagrees with you.
Oh no, I don't want to waste my time on him. What did I make sure? Because microphone and the crown or the casa the they now know video at that time and as I'm not so no cannot see in yet. It's not digitalization. The idea may crowd nowadays, and it will be video on a platform a best spread, you know. So I didn't know condemn any answer.
It's not even making money. It's not making money.
What did I make sure? No answer. Offer Despite Media, they have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
OKFM, they have a YouTube channel. Okotna Konso HLC program now may be to me streaming live. This Facebook.com, that.com, wherever you find yourself. You're the message and it's not digitalization. No, I just like their 24-hour economy or Montiasia or Montimi. So what did they make sure? And Osha, yeah, the Juma from Tesla Space S digitalization, technology economics. Elon Musk use technology economics, digitalization, digital economy. Etimia build a fortune to the level of 300 billion, which is bigger times four times than the total size of the economy of Ghana. Not John Mama catch or say digitalization is not economy. No person or no Ankasa no. He lacks something.
And so for us, what kind of society are we going to have? Say that Abamia indeed ultimately train this 1 million Ghanaian youth with these digital skills. Now at least they pay 25% to Krano, monetizing it, practicalizing it.
COVID HABB. Before COVID-19, offer your private universities, your government universities now sebi obi ye university online krana na yam value
yeah
obi ko university krana zo me ye virtual online yam value o say e be take time but with time ya adwembe dey e be adjustment psychologically you have been programmed in such a way say krano one control school them and school chair so am ya na there and point mafi and now and that either hostel or boarding or whatever one go school until COVID came and sana our university started using online teaching and online learning platforms or virtual platforms, but before then we were against it. Anameboa now training of over 1 million Ghanaian youth in digital skills I be to prepare more towards digitalization or digital economy. Now what that policy seek to do, they say you be create billionaires out of digitalization. Now the way you create our economy, the last time someone was saying then you choose top 20 or top whatever billionaires in the world that we don't see Ghanaians in there. But they have not asked themselves, when you take top 5 or even top 10 billionaires in the world, their net fortune, about 6 or 9 of them, almost source of fortune, almost source of net worth is coming from digitalization or technology economics or digital economy, whatever way you choose to describe it. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, Jeff Bezos, Facebook, Onei, they are all billionaires. Musika Obono is more than the total size of the Ghanaian economy. Are they into manufacturing service or are they into whatever service? They are into digitalization. They are into businesses humanity and I say free digitalization or technology economics or digital economy. And we are going to that with that policy is going to help the Ghanaian youth to position them to become very competitive globally. Secondly, it will create an opportunity for us to raise billionaires very easily because now technology drives the world. Or maybe on the fact technology or technology economics or digitalization or digital economy. And yet bag of cocoa or the normal orthodox or traditional businesses are what I say. And we must grow the country with a strategic mindset. The next 10-20 years, send your PC who Ghana. And now Babono, so we will go through one. So ba 3 or 4. The next generation has to what? Ti Ushe MPP, Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for that matter. Ushe STEM education, digital economy, blue economy. And I'm quite surprised say MPP, your communicators, we are not highlighting more on blue economy. Blue economy. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia made mention of say we nya akwanya be blue economy or ocean economy. Since Kwame Nkrumah time to now, President Ben ya producing Ghana Hanoma, wetima beka kire say momo makwanya na me exploit the vast ocean in this country.
Blue economy. What is it?
Blue economy. Blue economy or ocean economy how ubetima derive value or economic activities or commercial activities where utilizing the resources where you see them. Yes. So now, apart from oil exploration, I free a punum takrade. There are other, and you must cover 70% of the earth. 80 away. Assassin it is 30%. 80 what are 70%? Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
To share resources ocean ni ma e does chain dey asase ya me no yeti ase
no good you grind
Debbie since Kwame Nkrumah time till now president bia ni ho na jumpa ko unu say there are some jurisdictions or there are some countries epuye yanchini ya omutime refine it transform it into water normal water ema wono do you know the economic value of it? Do you know how such countries have benefited from it? And according to World Economic Forum, I feel the potential of blue economy or ocean economy is around 3 to 6 million, 6 trillion. So 3 million billion $1 trillion ocean economy yearly. Tiapuya from Volta region to Western region. Also, about 4 regions that cover the coastal belt, right? So, if your government be Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia promise a blue economy or ocean economy, several countries are using that economic policy or program to transform their country. Onusunya Kenya because now ye puna da honum no apart from say ye papa nom ye nuanom ekoposuko yi nambre de bi but there are more in the sea than the fish they go from the sea.
I see.
And this reform policy offer manifesto offer fishing industry and I say their focus is in premise fuel which and under our government do you know see I started digitalization of premise fuel distribution across the country. Now previous local who baby and no papa mo kipi or more premise fuels or real crab. Then look at the modernized small fuel setups ayaya more to give them card meeting their access premise fuel. First in history across all the West African sub-region under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia initiative. Timenono, Ushe NDC, or Manifesto ma, apart from fishing and premise distribution, they have no policy.
The blue economy.
No, apart Mahamano, a Pukakrakane Dahonum. Maybe Niko be fast you be boy na ye
afarefo no
amomayi na mafi asa take NDC manifesto and take NDC omo policy proposition and the rollers and the mess mahama the apart from say yi enema free pudim no adwe bia no mutrim regarding the proper and effective utilization of our sea or the ocean. Oheneba ocean economy or blue economy Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia propose here. I think our call program being or making mention of that. It has, in fact, a critique according to World Economic Forum. A critique 260 million jobs across the countries now are making the full utilization of ocean economy or blue economy. And the various presidential candidates, Omar Johnson is limited to only the land. Omodria ekusi asase na no but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia timi adwea akosi nim to see how we can benefit enormously and realize the full potential of yesi na daona apart from say yi no ma free afanya we
ade na we say yemati asanteman pharmacy project ese abaye kotu ye nimre dindinde say yene ye kotu abama Dr. Bawumia ye mampani.
First of all, we share policies Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the Atua Kwema, Jomama and Kevin share. And so we can say on Tedia Mahama Eka, and he's right. We share say apart from some say, Maboka over 76 billion Ghana cedis. inflation adam a call say 54%. Omanu moye den. Mama is not saying anything. 24-hour economy krano. Omuntimi and justify the total contribution a bit to the GDP. What I say. So first of all, Asante mine, Ghana mine, the reason why I say you timidi or minor, I said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumiansa. First of all, and say he has integrity, he has humility, he's very competent, and he has demonstrated say he can unite all the factions of this country regardless of ethnicity or religious affiliation or associations. Secondly, the policy proposition, digital economy, a bit more grow the size of our economy. I'm gonna compete even with the lives of individuals like Omo network is bigger than our GDP. Blue economy or ocean economy, I want potential of generating millions of jobs. I may not say countries when we implement blue economy or ocean economy across the globe, a generate over 260 million jobs. A ponent down and yes, a fire phone fishing. There are several commercial activities that can be explored in the sea. Debiano, the opportunities on the land is the only what we are looking at. And in terms of management of the economy, I sincerely believe without any shade of doubt that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stands tall. Forget about what the NDC, the noise that they are making. Almost say Yaboka 767 billion. Your debt portfolio now was 767 billion. Oheneba Ukra phone 767 billion at dollar rate of 16.02 Ghana cedis to a dollar. Ebema say, I think to give you around $47.88 billion. Yanfa Mahama, at the time all the money Maya, the debt portfolio was 120 billion at exchange rate of 3.95. At that time, in terms of dollar, it was around $30.38 billion. It will only simple mathematics. You also need to ask yourselves, in dollar terms, you can ignore 47 billion. In dollar terms, the dollar, our debt was 30 or 31 billion dollars. You must say the various programs are government we aye mahama yebiana. You must say debt not a cost, but what is the size of the economy? The economy your bet 2 years was $56 billion. You had the core $76.37 billion. And on here, a Juma aye kese now council ye den. And if I say, oh yeah, papa, obaya ba kope, and your school fees. Obi so eh papa, the manum 5 and 10 and the school fees. Oh here, mumi no mo debt portfolio ebeyepe. Enya peda. To share the kind of responsibilities I dare kufuado a buy so a da MPP a buy so to make sure say you be secure near making sure the sustainability of financing of free senior high school. And akoye say open so create that mama na unisika. And yabusia na abebo to do that. Ebusia yewo papa fo bebre awofo bebre mame fo bebre ewa ha before free SHS MI no na bi mo ko bobosia na de hwe omoba eku school anameboa at the senior at the tertiary level Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Daroma also about there will be a free tertiary for a certain category of people. So we SS now trying up a so-called university now miska by who desire to secure your future or henenye bosia na bakwakobo bosia. So in order to make sure say our children will still enjoy the free exchange policy, you better making sure say the economy still run without any hitches. Public sector workers, employees, come and we still employ people into the public sector now. See in this car, we still have to go and borrow to sustain that. But yes, we are Yabobo Siana Yanfa Nyashi, and now Yabobo Siana Yentiman grow the size of the economy. Yentiman grew the economy by $20.21 billion. We also work at $31 billion, right? Yeah, work at $47 billion. But what was the size of the economy at that time? For 56. What the size of the economy? 1 year free SHS.
And then one constituency.
Ghana card after 8 years in 1 year. Yes, I know my way. In terms of kilometers of road, we have 4,000 plus and 5 interchanges and overpass together. Yeah, over 12,000 kilometers of road. With 6 interchanges completed. I can say 10 of them have been commenced under various stages of completion. All this that coming up with what cost. Ghana card for share say under the term no jar for 8 years. You didn't touch it. You buy and you scan it the allowances are came. You buy your PSA allowances here for the last 8 years. Just increasing from 400 to 800. So the debt portfolio no more can. One, Bosiane Yabo, but you grew the size of the economy from 56 to what? 76 billion. What is Oheneba? And I will share even NDC timer, Mez Mahama, who for a free so were a debt portfolio of $8 billion in the job. Almost 21.15 billion account. And to share per term, also 4 years, 4 years. On the average, and the Mez Mahama on the average, 10 almost $10.58 billion in account debt portfolio now. Some amount 4 years. To share that total debt of $21 billion now. We share more than averagely or more a day over $10 billion in account debt portfolio. Dear no Wontumi free SHS. The one hospitals. Wontumi continue the sustainable payment of allowances to our teacher and nursing trainees. Wontumi a Ghana card. Wontumi a digital addressing system. Wontumi mobile money interoperability. Were they able to do all these things? Wontumi constructed over 12,000 kilometers of road. They couldn't do all these things. Wontumi one district, one factory. I say over 200 plus factories are being operational across the country, owned by the Ghanaian people, empowered by the government of Akufo-Addo and MPP party. Were they able to do all these things? There are projects and achievements we can show for it. There's an evidence we can show for it. Yabo, by a bet economy, you grew to what? They added over $20 billion to the size of our economy. So clearly, and I'll show you on the average. We struck the difference. You added $17.5 billion to the national debt. On the average is around $8 billion per term. How do you compare more there? It was over $10 billion per term. Or in about one I had. They were talking about inflation. Under MPP government, we have never recorded a yearly inflation of 54%. Even in 2022, now a normal because of your recover from COVID-19 and all that. You ended 2022 with inflation of 31.71%. Yeah, ended yearly inflation of 54%. MPP government has never ended a yearly inflation of 54%. And over inflation records, we are the best. From Buzia's government to Kufuor's government and Akufo-Addo's government. What the total NDC inflation track record one? They are worse. Let me give you few inflation rates under Buzier government, which is part of UP tradition, which is gave birth to the New Patriotic Party. 1969, our yearly inflation rate was 7.32%. 1970 was 3.03%, and that 3.03% since the establishment of this country, that's the best inflation that we have ever received. 3.03% under Buzier's government, under UP tradition, under New Patriotic Party government. 1971 it was 9.56%. 1972 was 10.07%. Ofa Akufo-Addo inflation records first term under the Fourth Republic, Oheneba, MPP government has also produced the best inflation statistics ever compared to Mills Mahama Rawlings government. 2017 to 2020, sustaining achievement of single-digit inflation, which has never happened. Okay, OSHA 2017. 2018 was 7.81, 2019 7.14, 2020 was 9.89, and 2021 was 9.99. Compared to Mahama inflation track record, 2013 was 11.67%, 2014 was 15.49%, 2015 was 17.15%, 2016 was 17.45%. The 4 years of Mahama's government went to achieve a single-digit inflation. Mahama tried 4 years. Yeah. In the first term, at the 2 year first term, on the first term, went to achieve a single-digit inflation. By a first term, started from 12.37%, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. You have a single-digit inflation track record. And even if you look at our history, only party Omama had the highest inflation in this country is NDC. 122.87% in 1983. And about 1994, at that time, Mama was part of that government. Omudi could do 59.46%. That is yearly inflation. So 54 no it was a monthly inflation. But year and ended that year ended the inflation, yearly inflation at 31.71%. But in 1944, Rawlings government that Mama was part of it, the yearly inflation was 59.46%. To Oheneba 59.46, and your papa chair 50 monthly inflation of 54%. So clearly, even in those eras, there was nothing like COVID-19 or Russia-Ukraine war. But if you look at the trajectory of the inflation track record of the NDC, they don't come near MPP. So they shouldn't even use inflation as an argument, because MPP or money inflation could do 59.46% yearly inflation. Could do that. Monthly inflation they could do 54%, but at the end of the year, a better 31.71%. And 1983, and this Moody yearly inflation equal 122.87%. And here I am, and this funny to make us Professor Manifesto, and we achieve a single-digit inflation of 8.73% for 2011. But 8.73%, that is the best inflation rate for Professor Mills, and we are achieving it for only 1 year. Young Fantoto, Nana Akufo-Addo, 2018, Nana Akufo-Addo, 7.81%. 2019, COVID-19 in May. 2019 was 7.14%, and 2020 was 9.89%. 2018-2019, the best inflation rate NDC must achieve a model almost for 8.73%. Yeah, 7.81, 7.14. So which one is the best? And the best inflation rate Ghana has ever witnessed was under Buzia's government, 3.03%. And the worst inflation we have ever witnessed was under NDC government, 122.87% and 59.46%. So, what was the basis of Mahama argument saying the inflation could do 54%? It was a monthly thing, but before saying yeah, no, we are drop here and then at 31.71%. In terms of IMF, they are also accusing us here the amount called IMF into either Ghana for a year and Kusi in China. We share our IMF relation with Ghana. You call IMF 17 times. We are aware. NDC are called IMF 10 times. 10 times. We are called 2 times. To be an under man, I call IMF 10 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. 10. Yes. Now Ghana echo IMF 2 times. And no see a rabon. But let me show Ghanaians and Asantemai the various data of the echo IMF so that Obin can say there they are 2 foot through no go many. 3rd August 1983, 27 August 1984, 15 October 1986, 6 November 1987, 9 November 1988, 30th June 1995, 3rd May 1999, 15 July 2009 under Professor Mills, which Mama was part of it, and 3rd April 2015. 10 times.
10 times.
Yeah, 9th May 2003 through HIPIC, and recently 26 September 2022 ICOI. So the management of the economy, in terms of even the indicators of the economy, GDP about 256 billion with a debt portfolio of $30 billion. Yetini outgrew the GDP to 76 billion at a debt portfolio of 47 billion. And we are yet a lot of projects that the NDC couldn't do it. And sometimes they choose words they don't even understand. MPP is a monumental failure. Yetima Shen crowd over 5 million Ghanaian children. And by now, Sabi Omunim Omujrabre Ewa Brabo, Omuni Omodachi Ewa Brabo, you secure the destiny of over 5 million Ghanaian children. You call it monumental failure. Growing the GDP from 56 to 76 billion, you call it monumental failure. Having inflation diggers who would achieve that. And then a monumental failure. World Party been to IMF 10 times. We have been there twice. Yeah, monumental failure. Are they really serious?
Say now, who anticipated Dr. Bamia's presidency, the government? Question people have been asking themselves say, "We share Jumapa and another Danko Kufuadwaye." Dr. Bamia's not be age master.
Of course, maybe, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You see, first of all, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, let's look at his campaign. You can't tag Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign as family and friends, which NDC is used against Akufo-Addo. Bawumia was when he began a Bawumia campaign at 10 years. You will see it. So clearly, the man is going to chart a different course. And Ocean and Danko Akufo-Addo from 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. Digitalization, what to one another. So the main policy drive. What be that? It was free SHS, 1 district, 1 factory, 1 constituency, 1 bulan, planting for food and job. But all this policy put together it can never reach the economic fortunes of digitalization. One district, one factory, ain't me raising Ghanaian businessmen to become billionaires like Elon Musk and Bill Gates and the rest. Digitalization has the potential to raise Ghanaian business people, even young guys. And one beauty about it is that when you do it well, like a guy, the largest YouTuber, is it Redinaya or something?
Yeah.
Through only YouTube, vlogging or blogging, he has become rich. I was saying, through digitalization. That same Abranti etimi attack MPP over digitalization. That was what Abra society through digitalization by using the service of YouTube, being a vlogger or a blogger. What did they mention? So if you look at digitalization alone, it has a potential and is superior to any policy proposition and than Kwakufado. Ekache Ghana for Bao yeah. STEM education is different from free SHS a promise here. STEM education is really linked to digitalization because the bedrock of digitalization is STEM education. Because digitalization is very successful, also training and Colano in science, engineering, and applied mathematics. So you see the link to the policies. Put a structure to link it. If a blue economy or ocean economy, yeah, me kai. Uti bid that ever President Kofuano. Say President Kofuano platforms say in blue economy. And now Rollins say in platforms say in blue economy. And now Kufuado in platforms say in blue economy. And now Mohammed in platforms say in blue economy. Or Mace in platforms say in blue economy. Or Oheneba want to be that.
Yeah.
But we have said it. And blue economy alone, the yearly potential across the countries when we implement it is between $3 to $6 trillion and has the capacity to generate 260 million jobs for all the youth across the countries when we blue economy or ocean economy.
All right.
Rollins, Kofo, Mills, Mahama, Akufo-Addo. So the policy directional like blue economy, it has the capacity to generate over 260 million jobs. Rollins, Kofo, Mills, Mahama, Ote Dase, they will train 1 million Ghanaian youth in digital skills. They prepare them for digitalization or digital economy or technology economies. One to be that. Anameboa.
Yeah.
GNV, Nanado, Edebai. Bamia so betwem LGBTQ na do ntimi nsan bamia se mesan. So clearly you could see that the government of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be more brighter, more prosperous than even his boss, than the predecessors, because the policy propositions it has economic potential of generating trillions of dollars. It has economic potential of raising Ghanaians to become billionaires in dollar terms, not in CD terms. Ghanaians can afford in CD terms, not in dollar terms. What they call dollars can never form. Billionaire beyond in CD terms. What they call dollar or millionaire. But with the potential of digital skills and digitalization, digital economy, technology economies, whichever name you choose to describe it, has the potential to raise successful, independent, regardless of the age, to become self-employed, contribute taxes to building the national economy, and expanding the economy. Dr. Laiki, and then Nkura, Lewen, and no more is so more skate. Abana for Majuma. Akwankwana for Majuma. Omana self-employed. Are they not getting any from YouTube? Oma Brabo and Sisai. Take most of the Nigerian guys on your video skates. Almost share on YouTube. And now Krano, the various movie industry. First, Hollywood. Second, Koto CD Kotokas. They say yes, on Netflix. And it's not digitalization, it's not technology economics. So clearly, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's governance or government will be better, superior than Akufo-Addo, than Mills. Mokra, they don't come close. What did I say? So, and we are demonstrating, say, when given the opportunity, we can transform this country. And some people have also questioned about the exchange rate. And most of the times, MPP communicators always try to run away from the exchange rate. That exchange rate, the Bawumia government within that 1 year can correct it. Do you know how you will correct it? It's just the review of the Foreign Exchange Act 2006 at 723. You can get a copy and read. That act, the presidency of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will make amendment to our Foreign Exchange Act, which was passed in 2006 at 723. And when that review amendment is done, it will seriously, prudently manage our cedi against the major trading currencies. That's the only solution. And also, when over 1 million Ghanaian children are trained digital skills, they are making monies in foreign earnings because they will not pay them in cities. Yeah. Foreign earnings. Yeah. We get more dollars into the system to bring this. So you see, it's about addressing the structures of the economy. And how do you address the structures of the economy? It's through superior policy interventions. First, Oko Bank Akope Bosnia Ede. It's a challenge to the structure of the economy. With the Ghana card, it's easy accessing what?
Loans.
With the digital addressing system, we call in economy, we call it enabler or enhancer. Okay, it facilitates economic activities or commercial activities or business activities. But often say there are various synonyms depending how you want to use it. What I say. So when Dr. Bawumia seek to do under Akufo-Addo's government was putting the structures in place. And which structures are you going to put in place? Debbie Omoka said we want to move away from Gorgeous Best economy. What is Gorgeous Best economy? And yet produce, export, and use it. So you want to move away from Gorgeous Best economy. What do? All the countries are now moving away from Gorgeous Best economy. They did it through digitalization. They did it through technology economics. They did it through digital economy. Oma no true and kukubu ketenkete ni amamu feeding.
Right. Dr. Razak Kojo Opoku. I don't know. I'm very grateful.
You're welcome.
Mr. Kusibu Afofia, Honorable Kojo Banahini Bidiako Eufia. We have some 45 to honor na Ebesoruso. Honorable DC, former Dr. Razak. Oh, send it to Sinto. What's the name? You need to mafo. Even for Boko and Wolf for you. And then Mr. Wolf, Yamana.
But I think, sir,
19 days to election 2024.
Whatever, Mr. And for we enter time, Mrs. Sia. I'm going to book more dear, only dimpen of water. That was a camwasa. Ain't he so what dear? Will be obeying our papa.
I won't work again.
There is a cannibal and a gun of 4 dear. A year, here. So, who feel there, you know, to the dear, you didn't know my journal. To go my journal. She the woman view. They say, be like a voice near Penu at 2 hours. Above the simple as well. But no ben on Penicu for why? Who didn't cry? And as you call my typical radio, so I don't call it my hands. I plan to read my way.
But you do a shaman secondary school.
But I know born the same. Born the same. I said, you Ghana, Bible class in few days or so. ne to so nyina hu amane ti panimu anadwene da so da ho tini o waka ne na no ye ne obetimi ya ne kina e de futuo about 20 ande kama mpani kufu anka ba ku o name na dan kwa kufu na be de che Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e contest ni party mo bi entimi ka sem papa mfa na ho e wo bra wo ne du ho dansi o wo bra wo bo ye du shi ya ne tiye ene ya wo ye ene panika ewi ase de uwa ne ka sem de fa ho na ti ase de ya ne wo ye ene ka ni na ya mo son ko na ndisi ni bi wono bi nso enka sem bi e ena ne abamba ben o di mo mpenda da ho adanse ye no o se kasa de o ya de itire ni nti ni mu da 36 bi wo ho ma onya de buti ase ye ma be oye FM speaker na se mo kan fa mo mpenda da ho en se ke ena o se creativity is bi ena commitment to any board now a consistency no kafa na hosa asema mampeni kai yo no kwa mampende da kai yo no kwa na aka no Ghana o mpeni fo bi de wo Ghana hanyina obi edi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wa dance viso abone bere yi akwada akura ni mse Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni level of creativity was akwada akura ni o mu so very intelligent akwada akura ni mse integrity ye akwada akura ni mse brain ho ase Ghana fo nye ni mse ka nipa bom do mama nye no apamo ayi your friends aswasi MP your friends buntaka any hurry do so say the campaign mu eso on contest fi kura o on contest fi ni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o contest aba bi kura ka ho nsem bi o fra fo mu ya bo ma no o chese na koma so o timi kura nioma ejemu ama ekoye nim baby wiase ko ehun na eka wiase na ekọ ne de yesi yeye ana woni mi nkuko gbo ni fikire ye na fi ya nkuko fikire ye de bobra nkuko ayeye mi start say me ya nkuko no more 11 years me ya nkuko na mdi bitu akramai kramai me hobby
ye de bobra na ne technology ene ye nkuko
akoko
no atimi
me chese akoko nkitwe ya ni fikire akoko nkitwe ya ni fikire
no de
etimi school fees ukọ ya kwa oni bi o ko si aru ni o
koko bukra de ko
o ti ase this are obi sabre ya wiase nyina dania ye tumrikai
kukudwi
ana wo kan wasam na obi ko bu se no wo chese me de me panimu ese mi pia wonten ko campaign na branch ya no ene no se ya hana mi ko hu no oni atro so record so ho me fi se mi hu no be si sabre otuma ko na abo aro na nso ma srei na me na dina che Ghana obi azuni obi anim won pe na sam kura wusia no ka na opeso ye hwe campaign ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia koi he is the owner of the manifesto and you be na come obi o from pages to pages idea also he has been very consistent with the new manifesto dumu a chese etanabo he's the owner this is a chairman say ko kai no bi ko ya de ba ko ha no he wanted to understand he say we na be ko say a chechi ma hu say be yi and he's laid all foundation for the aye be yedi nyina ade o person we nyina no foundation has been there as I said you o different ya so to boy dey abobi lesa penimu yako busa no na say to bi onso nya dai ono ko na wotu wa zantimamu e ka so obi ya ne ba unko busa san ma no wo he na so wo fa unko busa bi ofiri na begam otu na numtu se ne ba no watete no wa mani din abroche gaba se night o hene no adopto nentu bibia mo ko sen ko na chi non di jimpen fatem mon penina da ofri mo jari o si babies with sharp teeth ko ran ketiketi an wosi no de se sekan ye twitwa nipa na ni bia man
no asset kora sharp
obi on do afi kura ba nche no wuye na omo ye 31st okwa in Medina was if for NDC people like MPP they saw too much
ejimesre yenta se media me free se ni man pani da ka no poso mposo bi na tamu wo mu die nyina tamu asadfo na kanfo na santeman wo mu die nyina tamu president udike ofri ha di enye no man pani ko fo de ba ebi nie no so ba bi anko wo kwa ntinko ya mo nya 24 25 no wo time ye wo mo wo mu nyina ma me no wo mo kwa basic education from class 1 to JSS me free ne kwankura first school so me raising ko da mo ko school from they may take 2% about 90% e Ghana ha health insurance or the buy e di twem asante memu ni ehu over fence overhead da yakwa ye nka kuma se ring road atame se buy no bitwem this is the car ho sisi adan e the car the municipal as a buy and on hu adan kwa the 13 additional district the car 30 human year 43 amon hu sika ya ko adi yempuntu juma eni ni perform adwuma eni kuro ni bie ntimi mi dem free say it's an attack on us as a santamai if you say free abai mu o bai mu ko nyam free no ena okujato eni nkofo bi ko hye nkofo bi achi say attack no man ntran kan man mu ko abi attack them ntimi tu abrantia no fo mi tu no fo eni o de nyam chiri
Oheneba, if you want to fast track your death, if you want to die early as a young man, start insulting and disrespecting elderly people. It is the fastest way of committing suicide. Ubeso untemwa, sasi yedi dimba na buo mwenu tia. Babu babi ekudidi ibi awanyine se jata bewewe ho. Pani bi tra hwari efre ni simo. Nyini di twen Yesu se da ebe wo no. Ena no kwenya mien muni. So hwemu a enyini eyenhira enya yare. Very few people in the 70 years no ye kan. Na unya wia, then you become a sage, a demigod, a spiritual godfather. Wa be ye fapem edema be bia wo say political party say ye busuamu enti ebusua bia wo beko enyini enimu bia no mo problems because nkwala ni duru ba bia e wo se pani wo mu no otu omofo ne free 70 ko 80 no eno na ye free bibi self review wo hwehwe wa bra wo boye se wo pe ma ne di wawu a sa amre no na wo ka wo wensa sa amre no na wo ka wo kwa akoroba sa amre no na wo ka unmu wi a sa amre no na wo ka wo bo bra pa sa amre no na wo ka utimi chinkwala ni nyire to esi ho eti we na ekomu a no wa lete no we na ekomu no wa lete no efie wo kromu onyina wo na wo hwehwe mu efie a braboni wo mu wi ya nwade mu ni nyire ba. So you become an encyclopedia even for marriage. Eti ni enware kodekwa. Eti enyiri eye ishira. Na se unyiri na uduru we yi a sepeden kofo de wa be asset for the nation. Your friend no the oracle of Delphi. When you kobusi eti. Politics. Obi ni wa o musanity. What you say? Ebi mba ka kire mu se munya kwan ya mu interview former president Kofo na bedanyame asese waba. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia makwa. Onu na di nani hu ni so okode. Pani bia okode ni. Pani biara. Nyeri kusi buafo misa. Abrewa bia no owo 105 years. Enu hu mi wa droba. Sa amre na me bra kwa ya transfer na afiri kurunu. Ya nka mi be afiri kurunu ho. ame akọ baabi a ya transfer no e de ne kwa wo kọ kyerade o abrewa ne wuri gyina se akọra wo mu ma ne mfiri kro mu hada no obi ante ase na de asem no wo kan wo tamme wo se bi de manyi wo kọ na wo ka kyerɛ ne baba ya frɛ no boatema wo se mi de manyi tamu abofra ibenyini abɔ ne bra na mente ase enso gene ne ntina na ne so beba mfa so e de ama that is how come on me ka adroba ma bo adroba din ye ne bebre hu mi o se adroba obi ko ase no nte da
because na mente
na ko awonte da enti ma me ne hunu ampa so wa ya ade eti se enne wo political party ye de nyame ase MPP anya bi former president Kofi ase why a pillar in Ashanti region, pillar for MPP, the golden tree and only in dum kese pa ya bonu dumusio e de esi Ashanti memo, and this is going to protect MPP for the next 40 years or more. Nana do dan kwa Kufuado wonu so wi akotra eastern region ene ho no mo niam ni nyina no waka ho Dr. Mahmoud Baumia akoka dombo ho akotra north no tra wacha afeni adua the friend the golden tree and you see the people of the north, and that is how MPP will survive. It is my friend say e dua any other name je ko fo wa ha na na do dan kwa wa ha Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wa northern region party no fapem no mu de asi awie when the yabre ho ayantimi CPP edi agoroma NDC be fa say no na kana mu ni kwa se wo mo me kwan kura se kwa me nkoma yensi ye nkran ene na be ka kire wo Dr. Kwa me nkoma ana fe wale sensoso wo se wo no soso no ni pillar no and NDC ni NDB and NDC ayajanka JMS onusu ni obiem NDC ayajanka so spiritually NDC any golden pillar no almost cemented don't the many Mahama fairly terribly or kwa the pillar no did this waja menfra ma ko mo na him na to atwe eti politics wo be mu a ese wunya third eye eni kwa se wani ye mienu da wani eyesa ye miensa nitimi kirekire se ni no bi enna yewu akofo nya se enye Asante ma no no ko no o mo kaseti ano Oma kaseti omo eti huiche mu
yeah
etuti huiche mu ayankukuru wontontre hwe Franklin D. Roosevelt an American president wonona ko fourth term what huiche mu the Great American Depression ahokyere ba America pa wono yi omu free mu na cha covid eno na na oyire da ho a na oyire ne de ahoma abomu na o de akwa mantam bẹ́ẹ̀ni bí mo sẹ́ wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dání àná yẹn noise sẹ́bẹ̀ yóò bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ní wọ́n so America fún ìdánù kọ̀tìlá Australia ẹnu ní New Zealand Australia ni mo nyina ẹ bá yà wọ́n mo nyina ẹ kọ́ bọ́ọ̀ pàǹdẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ wọ̀ họ náà òbí wùsù wúwo ogun wọn náà máa ń fọ́ ṣẹ̀ṣà ẹnu àwẹ̀ sù ọbẹ̀ sẹ́ni ká wúwo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yà rẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ nfitaa Franklin D. Roosevelt ẹnna started that great leap forward. Any niama oyi America edi free wo haumu no ye kepo what you say Professor Hawkins Stephen Hawkins onu kura de no ye nwomo na physicist ko hwe niama oye even enyum kura Steve Wonder ko hwe enyum a oba Helen Keller books a o cho na asase so mun gongo hwe de wutimi eyeye Einstein no so disability one way or the other. Your own were cherry pants and wotimi akasa. You no friend of the dump. What you say? Saint Aquinas. Your own no more friend of the dump. Ya want to mean kasa. Ya want to mean kasa. The class teacher. I catch you say. Tell you busana nidi kwa want to me a month now. The class teacher. catch and say, don't worry. If they are calling you a sheep or a ram, one day you will bellow. And what shall I say, I warrior near my papa, ya fe genie too. Inti sebe, oh ya crepwa, it doesn't make you a disabled person. And yes, sin, yes, sakwata was a cripple, and we're near nifra, disability. And confirm ko busa and say, na kodai na ye boni na say ne ma me ne papa bi. Yesu Christo si de binya sanity. And yakofo na ye boni. What you see at the age of say kofo was saying, so it was 90.
86.
It is difficult to get 90 years in Ghana and even globally. Henry Kissinger, Uniya Nansian Wu, American president no, F. Kennedy, no, Reagan, no, Richard Nixon, no, Ford, no, George Wakabu Senior and Junior, no, Bill Clinton, no, Obama, no, Joe Biden, no, Nani, as man China, Okobaya, Infina, and Wuya, or no new will be of free, we are say president be offer. He is Henry Kissinger. Not even president to president. Henry Kissinger and Kwan or free president to know we are seeing na no picking phone. It is told maybe I am fast out there no answer. Na sebe umru baby or consumer another quadruman asia. Be very careful what will happen to you at your age. So Susa, akorabowa no match dear. As someone penny phone to minka, o papa can be da, o nana can be da, o mammy can be da, na fe ubema can be. Me political zombie minimum. I'm not going to only political zombie. On a political zombie. Politically, you become zombie and an idiot. You want crophobia, you for political zombie. Yeah, you cool kwa, you do omoche, you do oma for here, and quachanta. Sabe, and you use womo. Quasa somebody and over the animal. You're forming your That is why NDC never had a serious person in politics. You do real media. Yeah, more to offer. Could you attempt? You don't follow yes, sutu. Ye kata ye say of a ballot box ko ye say when we said the one person bob brand one do omu ko school one man obi abeka kire wo say school bi aba e wa Canada say do nkati afra wa ka kire wo da se ko bi wa afra wo da do ma afra wo da sempo e ma pe kekei e ma na bu Nigeria no omu ho ofe na mo besin ko pe bi na kwa ho mutimi nya bench opito waka bi akire mo enti NDC fo amudi akire ne Ghana fo mesre mo munhwe yie na MPP de emrani timi de we beye afuto de amamo Oheneba brofo no a mokeka no asante mamu keka ne radio sunda TV so kuzibu afo onte brofo nsini mi o so person o te brofo sene me Mr. Munke na no many abrewa bi kotra television ho mu ye ya wase wante hwe biche mu kira no wase eh say na te wase wante hwe
so
mu ba no ma ko fa brofo emre bi Ghana ni bi ka brofo ma ni ye da ma BBC o ebusa and say please pardon BBC reporter na ebusa won't you see it? What is the meaning of this? Brofone ye oba santimamu a ese ne wose si form. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia menesi form. A very sharp mind. Watitwi wabu be ni be no obu ya no wose say wose emfa kasatenten ya den.
Entobonko.
Now what I say you know as I tell you know now we are santidiba if you are santi achimo subua ya wuchiri nkusi ye sapa ukusi ye hini kura da sugu ebon no so you know. One who said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, this is the essence of communication. And as I know, munchire munko twi. Before the dear, this is not the time to teach literature. This is not the time to teach phonetics. This is not pronunciation time. this is the time to speak the language of the people. Baby, I see bube. Baby, Fanto Hono, a bed no kasa no tuna ni adam Fanto Hunini. And no munusu, and Fanto Hunini, woman and Bre on Fanto Ho. No ambre. Ubo wa mana bi no ko search too much afel wo pe bibi dia compounds and what ya say no etuma free ho situate example no within his content and man no na wo mo e ba no enti obi obaba ya bia muntu fo se ba bia ya duro ne de mesre mo brofo sem no montete so kakra maye e wom se mote brofo menka se monte brofo obi e sua obi e te brofo na mesre mo sese baby aduro no wo ma ebeto abapa no ewo yekuro nketo amu no sebe ya mu nyina mu nim se free education ba na nkwala na ko bu mu a wo mote brofo no apagya mu kakra literacy rate enti mesre mo sese mo kwa mo no mo ntrase en kan kasa wo mote ase do betimi aka frafra on kan frafra mfa nkyere no do be ka twi on kan twi on faje no do be kan Arabic on fen ko Arabic mu mfa nkyere do be kan buzanga on kan buzanga do be kan Hausa on kan Hausa do be kan Basare on kan Basare e kasa no do be kan Dagbani on kan kyere no do be kan no kasa bia dagati dagari whatever o mu nyina manzima mon kan nyina na brofo no adoso na maka kyere mu se nne no asante be yebutubutu no afafanto na ba eno amishiano ya wo independent candidates odo wo mu move cheda nso aba na me ba ba kyerɛ NDC system no me body we adumako no waso won mo ba NPP ba all independent presidential candidate a wo mo te wo mo se wo mo pa se pa ebi ye pa metimi aka authoritatively so wo mo metingu se be ya danko buzia dombo enye hiri entitem wa mu gugusu ni nyina na mu senso hie ase say dini we me be mamo mu be wo ba bi o mu free wo mu afọ Republican Constitution wo ma jiri ni we ku brobe no anya asantini oti ase eku adonko tanu ya asantini no wo mamo ebi anansen and ebi amote ya no ase de ba no
aha still 2004 crowd NDC.
Yes.
No kida.
No ye kida. Apolu Kofi ya nene na nete ha. On be fa ni free asanti mamu. Odike wono se nene nete ha. Alanchire Martin minu anu ono so na wa ha gum. Ono so na wa ha. Osei. So ho ba ene aye nua osei. Na no ho fefefe. So ati ase. Omu nyina no omo ye eyibi. Na na kura do adwoman. Ono so te ne de no de bai. Cheda efra sokwa heya cheda ofra sokwa ha say yeah ono so ya asokwa utuka ubeduro e wona cheda free e ono so ba santimem enti wo mutigu asa MPP so te said de nkraman kwatwe kan ne e koche de no MPP agina quiet resolute minuanom wo mo maba campaign nyina nyamenhwe wo mo so Dr. Mahmoud Baumia nyamenhwe ne so ne campaign team nyambo ayi behia ne nyambo ekina mensusu medical wo you normal 08 mafa ekwan no so na mako intermediate medical wo ahafo ano ehon no ya na medical ko check nyema bi ansa anti ansa na make kasa metimi akasa because adebu was a mehwe ansa e confirm so nyema bi de medical de amampani for mo de bema no na mensusu na monka se that child da matter why they were born homody minia mon kan kire da matter MPP team na wo afija kwa abre south no empanimfo no eka ho ene ade mudie munim wo mo ebe ye former MPs muni DC ya ho what you say na mi nua de ne ho kwaku apia mate se next week obeba what you say eye baby ho eye baby mesrel intensify it ye nyina ba beka ho ya pese vote ba kokore be yira eno amena mo ho kasa ya candidate no da matter ya kasa e be chire nkrofo de mimi hu ye no no enyesa all the other regions all the other constituencies no yankasa mama drip no enye adwuma drip no yemfa nko wedding Oheneba wako han bi dia ko wedding
yebio
yedi ko ni mutuo yedi Sunday special
yedi emra ka yedi na kwa mabambi
so ati asiye eti mesremo mommo modin na mo kan kire nuanom se mama drip no enye adwuma me da so nyunu adwuma akotos
la Mama, we need 2024 elections, sir. And so what?
About your dinkunim, Timahasian White, Nanyamia Semi, Nimu Trust Fianza and she them reform. Senyamikura Shianwa Sumwa, a fruinsa, Yan Indian Kosumo by Minia. Nim before be a cousin be a communication. You did count or see your message. You are your message. Colonel General Harrison Wright. No cancer asem no Oheneba so obi nim bia wo free obi nim ontetie obi nim maame obi nim asori awoko obi nim namfo a na school akọ ya obiewa no a ekire nipa awoye nti ya ne binom emfa wo kasa mu no wo toto wo ho ase meti asesi ya megina ma mabusua me yire ene memma mabusua pa me free mu asante askore so ti ase SD a mekro school bia mekoye ye du ba bi kra be ya me need nti asema beka no so be kura ni maduma o won maduma ko be fi Oheneba kusibu afa akwa be ya miribu o kire ne konsu bi no tell ase eninti no you are your message eni ye dedi kan ni atoso mienu Bible nso so ka say bi Ecclesiastes 10:12 for say the words of a wise man's mouth are gracious but the lips of a fool will swallow him up onyansafo enu mu asem eyade yakono ne tuhwa na ojimifo enu mu asem de ebe mene no asem we see amaka ne man treso bi okra na tifo entiase but the tie ne sa brantie no sabi waje ne ho safo orisense chiminwa anase sabi enyama wo ye no entwaso mu ewusuba wo mu na enyamnwa Bible say the ohunu me ohunu awurade me di ba wo mi akire no nanum asem ni nya sakasa no se sabi ne suba bi kwa wo mu anya de wo beba fom na dum ai dom ahene ontirismo akafa ne ho voter ahemfo ontirismo makafa ne ho na say tu ontirismo makafa ne ho ba bien wo beko a yenka ensempa emfa ne ho emi nti se me communication person na me di naki as a deputy communication no me nkoka sem bi e ma ne koye stigma nemo mu no totobi kwa yi da ben kwa fie se de mama kasa no sa no so kasa ana ene banya sa ne tie yo wo me no awurade mama num nsabiri bi na make atre we teti asantemam onu abegina ho na memo adwuma ewi ase and graduate on employment in responding to that was say I am not a magician very cheeky Peace FM online 18th November 2016 odi no eto nchenya ti asmo kai onu ane krata wo tweye e de fa brantie ba ko a wonu no ko school wo so hwa brantie ntete ya asene papa no wo yekuanya wo ye nwan awko that portion and send waka bebiri nyame kwa na make achina no empo na say intem eni no papa da bi ofire no e na sebe odini wura nachi enanum nse no de betudwa na de me ya kese ni say asemi bae a check kakra se sami jamfi e de ayi betudwa Oheneba nkenga adwen na mbom no asantemam Ghana mamu nyira no ye dwato ahene anya sa na tie na dwato ahene soso no ye radio nanum onyam ye danum wo kasa na wo kope dwato ahene amo no asemi wa bepa ho achewa sami demfi na dwato ahene minia Oheneba totobi ko ye na ben kwan fie manya bre akan krata no owie na koma ni siwa ni ehuni so nya no kura hunu owie no de ba MPP fo so ese media no nhwe yi na ya MPP fo niam a mo ye no entu onya no kura hunu eti ase ebi ni adam bi onyame se ade ntina akoye saa so ka se rade fache mia kenyame de che no wo so ba na abo no ka me ho no enti sami jamfi e no de ba e kwesi ko no dira kwantia media de be ma ebe ya MPP fo ya no omunyi ya no mfiri ho na emom wuni mo wu ahona ni abamba be dia ye nansen eni ya die nyina Ghana die nyina ye ruakofo NDC fo nya ma ba mu mpo ma soma mo nkwada mo ye saa die no ense ye mpin na se ya die bi o mu na nka na so ntu aba ni ade ye embrase badwafo parliament ni ade ya kofo no ye ntrase ni entase ne service pa ko na haban ense ye bin ema yento abano na minua wo dira ne yebo hwe era mama no ankasa no onu ani nkrofo afutua ayi amuka edifa ne ho enye obi ne kan yo so atiase enye obi ne kan onu ani nkrofo tie wo dira ne yebo wo say Mama second coming, I don't get it. Nunu Mensa, Peace FM online, 23rd November 2018. Who would run yebo? Mama is not truthful. He sacked me because I speak the truth. Nunu Mensa, Monday, 10 September 2018. Who would run yebo? So what I say. Mama is being forced on us. Sylvester Mensa, adumonline.com. August 3rd, 2018. What I say. What the unnecessary etun Kenya or say, Mama is paving the price for. Was the NDC is paving the price for Mama's bad governance. Eli Plim Abena. Mama can deceive us again. Wisdom Kukubo. Don't elect corrupt and incompetent leader. Erenos Yogabra charges NDC. Joy FM, Joy Newsroom, October 17, 2018. And Yamano Dawson. But the American justice when he said, "You Rabawumia, Obrapeja no Quine." And Yama Wabayano, Sabi, Ghana new crown Yaman Onim. Ade drones here by Modin. And no do drobon slammy tamamuni. Baomiada Roma, and Ness Abuatia through a new crasia, and no failure of an to him, the Beba, who would run Yebo. Baomiada Roma, interoperability, Yamiada Roma, Baomiada Roma, and ne a year or the same national identification, and never Wayano, a brother dominant Tiasiaso. And this one man penny at Sefi, no Becassin this year, Jayco for, Nathan you know, me a minute ye, me back me to Jayco for. No Oheneba akrano old school or prosec very intelligent or cassette bibia to say papa no ye mu bi no nyansa yo papa ni tin ni human relation ebinsi da you like him or you hate him they stands as one of the best a year and I am penning for so no Oheneba say the nyamia si abo mo no ekufo ade one star they ekufo one star and into the idea say koduru ba bia ya ba we say the aye no ekufo ade ba ebinsi da no ye betimi aka no in the cycle say any NDC for na mom ye any MPP dia no de young building trust your issue ownership when it comes to administration any effective for year you say down kwa buzia dombo ye MPP no ye dwuma ebisi da na mom ye ni aye mo no sie ko yi se we de ye ade chewo ya enti ba omia bai na na Akufo Addo ato foundation de nya ba omia bai ade ache no but it does it lies on us say be ka say ba omia ade ache Akufo Addo Oba Akufo Addo foundation abetui sana Akufo so be ye enti ye mu no the foundation should be said so we ye tradition free wa ye wona de ye problem we solve it
okay
enti ye de no ye peres na ye nya say do ba bia na some kind of pettiness any animosity bia ye nya emure de ba no moa yen we be see say
Zabofu
yo the be say Adumako Many know they say a teacher always a teacher, and a student is always a student. The Namenka said, "Be a crowd the West Ham." Book could be Gracia, Vatasa Gracia,
yeah,
Zaragoza Rector, or Zaragoza. The friend of conceptis. Our kind draw, but the book no chair confidence cable. For Uncle Tumu may be confidence when you know I'm family of Jassy. Me be at 20. I just have a sample euro, and I'm a copy, original copy. Or say, the church will be old diary be man of my peke. Or say, when you see the religious and the racial dimension converging, it is nothing but a divine intervention.
Right.
And today, meeting my children say, "We did very late to Ghana, no, and Kramu for a Christopher, a him for Aboson for all tribes and race, or my converge." So I'm up at Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. This is the divine intervention referred in the conceptism by Balthasar Gracian, the rector of the diocese of Zaragoza in Spain.
Bible says the latter generation shall be greater than the former. This will be do a chingini. You want to make a second answer, no one to yeah. Tineka Mampaniku for Foundation lay and see that. Sana dan kwa kufu adu dia wayo sisi ayeke
that foundation no
and to us wo ene dia kure na matese yesi da aban ene a kire zo ne tepa and this if we refuse GGGSS for certificate so mbe mo adwuma
aha nyina akura
oh some dem ade a kire free ayi na dia
enti ana pe ada bro free me say no na o ma free no so yo mbua bu cha fo munti o be ni da o so ye magician yo enti e ma ni meje e mo ajo so obetimi aboa woni mo bia o de boa wo to
say woman ya 356,000
mame fa Ghana have from them na mema mo dronum na yen sorry nyame aduma la me patro china na yato as mesro why chani yato as na yebre no na yemfa Ghana have no ento as na echa yaba beto as boss oya du papa bi numai
era se so me akonya se me kasa na yaba gbedu papa wo de eche Ghana for and Monday you see ya see a week from yes obi bia say on hwe no yie na obi aso adwuma bi oye enkoso ma na week we na bibia enkoye ma obi bia na Ghana Health Therapeutics Executive Prostate and Herbal Center ye na ya ba Ghana for agitum say yes ye ne de abibidro ana say ye de hahama krojin ye abibidro a say the chemicals bia enfra ana say obroni nyoma bia ye de enfra na emum obo